Is it recording? Yeah, it is recording.
Ow.
Hello. This is live right now, so the last time that this happened, I'm going to have to do over it and then do it again. But okay, last time you went to a rift, went into the rift, defeated some royalist army people, looked around the rift, trying to think what else. You found 2 glass roses and put them in a box. You found a scroll in Old Common and a spell scroll fell out of it, which was also in Old Common.
Notes, Old Common, photos down.
Yeah, and the photos as well you found. Yeah. Currently, right now, you eventually did go downstairs. You found an automaton on a table.
Yes, and I've been saying don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Leave it alone, Derek.
Derek's not there.
The cat wasn't.
The dog.
No, the dog. The cat person, yeah, the dog. I think that's it. You're still in the underground. That general summary. You probably did some extra stuff before that, but it was all like RP, is my dragon male or female sort of stuff.
They did a lot of searching of the house. That's what I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, so carry on. Yeah, carry on. This is the bit where you're like roleplay.
Oh, right,
yeah.
I don't know exactly what we're doing, so.
Wait for you to set the scene.
Yeah, we're exactly
I just did set the scene. You're currently underground in this basement in this alternate rift time thing, which you don't really know. Can't really discern it.
Oh yeah, there was a Porsche outside.
A Porsche? Yes, there was a Porsche outside. The most important.
Should we go for a drive, guys?
It's like, it wasn't like everything was a bit more dense in the rift. So, it's like,
yeah, so you tried moving plants and cars and like you couldn't open doors and stuff like that. There were certain doors you could open, so say for example you were able to move around the bed and maybe open wardrobes, but there were certain things that didn't move.
So we're in the room with the automaton.
Yeah, down in the basement.
Do you think this is it?
Oh, and then you found the diary as well, which is all common as well.
Well, the diary. Do you think that's it?
No, we just think that the house. We haven't really scoped much else out, have we?
There's nothing else to scope, is there?
What was on the
You
lady's
could go
list?
exploring and find out.
Because the lady had a list of stuff.
Have a look.
Oh, I think you did. I did mention it was a checklist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
They had a checklist and you said everything was ticked apart
Oh,
from
yeah.
the beginning of the park.
Compartment under the bed.
Apartment bed, that's what we searched.
Yeah, for the scroll.
Well, I guess we take our findings back to Viola then. There's not much else here, is there? One last search?
There's no harm looking around.
Yeah, one last search.
Okay, you're all currently under the basement though, so.
I'll make my way
Oh,
out.
I can guidance myself.
Just have a look to see if there's anything.
Sure,
else.
guidance myself as I search. Nope. It's investigation, isn't it?
Yeah.
9.
I mean, there's one plant that looks like a rabbit.
That one looks like a rabbit ice. Here, cucumber. Doesn't it look like you?
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Good old cucumber.
Like, you
Here,
said,
some nibbles.
you said there's not really a horizon or anything. Or
Basically what you
It's
see
all
is
darkness.
complete darkness, and then there's like, in order for you to see, there's like a weird ethereal light on everything. Basically, it's like ectoplasm.
does it look like it leads somewhere? Is it
Ectoplasm,
like some
cool.
sort
No,
of-
there's no. It's all like
Like some
encompassing in this
ectoplasm.
blackness. It's literally like I said, described. It looks like something is being cut out of somewhere and put here in the middle of complete darkness.
Do you think this is a
Try
pocket
detect
plane or something?
magic.
Good.
A pocket plane maybe?
Yeah, I could cast detect magic.
I think it's going to go off everywhere if you do that.
Probably.
Potentially.
But might as well see what happens.
Probably go back upstairs, get out of the basement, and just do it there.
Yeah.
Makes
do it.
sense.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll
What
do
is the
it.
range on that? 60 feet.
Need to check. I was trying to work this out in my
60
head.
foot radius on yourself for 10 minutes.
Detect magic.
Just find out if I can do it.
Not Eldritch Invocation, the silly machine. Oh, screw this. Only 30 feet.
Only 30 feet.
Yeah, but
But
it
you
can
can walk
penetrate.
around with it though, essentially.
Yeah, it's up to 10 minutes. And it can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of dirt or wood or dirt. But it's 30 feet. So, can do a 10-minute walk around the mansion.
Based off detection, if you're not rolling investigation, everywhere has a slight hum of magical energy, but you can still discern stronger magical energy.
What kind of magical energy?
Transmutation, literally everywhere. Like light transmutation everywhere. And then, like I said, the roses are giving off a huge amount of magical energy in the boxes.
What kind of magic on those?
I think you did this before. It's indiscernible.
I think because it drained me like Mooney's feel, right?
Yeah. Not drained you, but holding it made you feel tired. Similar to Mooney's. Well, not theirs. They're similar in effect.
Yeah, I'll be telling you guys that.
Where's it coming from?
Everywhere.
Oh, great.
It's magic everywhere.
Oh, great.
It's transmutation. What's it turned into?
Yeah.
This is all I've got.
I like how
How
you
is
just.
it
I could just imagine you going, "There's magic everywhere," and everyone's like, "Oh, it's fucking the same with you in there all the time."
Just gonna try taking my
Fo-
staff and
Focus.
I'll try using my staff to jab the floor and the mansion walls with it and see what happens.
It's a wall.
Yeah. Does that answer your question? This is the best I can do.
Well, if we can't find anything else, we might as well head back to Viola and
I agree with
report our
that.
findings.
Cool.
I agree with that.
Just be prepared to remember.
Oh yeah, there could potentially be.
There were camps on the outside.
It's fine. We'll come up.
Okay.
I
So
forgot
you
how
all
much HP
are you
everyone's.
all walking out?
I would
Yes.
recommend not taking any items out with us, which we may have got from here. Though the roses are, I don't know. It was scary after the last rift.
I think I had that
I
much.
feel like these
Trying to
are
remember how
very
much HP
important
I
to
had.
the
I think I
to the history of the
Hopefully there are no consequences.
about.
So as you're leaving, the first thing you notice is there were 2 tents. They're literally ablaze.
There are blazes.
Yeah, so like literally there's about 3 or 4 people and they're trying to douse the fire out, so they haven't noticed you as of now.
Oh no.
Sneak away.
Let's go.
Yeah, do that.
What would happen if we help them?
Wait, when we teleport here,
Who are you?
You were teleported about a mile away.
24.
they don't
On
know
my
where we
self
are.
check.
I could have tried dispel magic. See what would happen.
Oh, God.
Well, you can do that. I'm stealthing away. 24 on myself.
No, with the fire going on, we will not be doing that.
Well, technically you can cast for free password or trace with your staff.
No, I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, okay.
I'm stealthing away. 24.
I used so you're stealth anyway. The rest of you, let's just say Ty is following your lead and sort of like running away.
Yeah, me and Ron will stealthily try and walk out of it, around and away.
Yeah, okay.
17.
No, that's not too bad.
I forgot about my boots for the longest of time.
I think you got elven cards, haven't you?
Yeah, boots of Elvenkind. They do quite an achievement, which is always nice.
That's 11.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. My stealth was a 4.
Oh shit. I was going to say you'd have to roll really low for them to know.
Should I roll for Ron's stealth?
Sure. At this point, though, I don't think it's relevant.
Do we have any
5.
Do we have any idea where we were put? When we were deployed?
Yes, you had a general location. You're currently in between the Finrasda and the royal capital, so you're like bang in the middle.
How long's
On the
journey?
borders
How long would you
almost.
say the journey back to Finraz?
It would be 2 to 3 days.
Makes sense.
Based on that roll, you 3 are fine, and like, but you on the other hand, It's just you're talking really loudly to Ron, like super loudly. And it's just like you're not even trying to stealth. It's just like, Ron, we have to be quiet, Ron. And Ron's not saying anything to you. It's just like, we have to be really quiet.
Well, Ron was a roll of 5, so.
There you go. Oh, a leaf. Another one. Great.
Seems right.
I haven't actually rolled this because, like, literally their camp is on fire. Like, would they even give a shit at this point? Okay.
I mean, if it comes to it, it might help them with the fire.
Yeah, one of them noticed you,
Okay.
but
Do you want any help?
are you actually doing that?
Yes. Chaotic good.
How far away are the rest of you now? Are you leaving her?
Well, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Because depending on how they respond, I may do something.
I mean, if she gets ignored, I mean, she should probably go back to
I'll
walking.
probably have the base of the mountain again.
Well, there's nothing not to believe. Like, how far away? We didn't even discern that. I would say you're about 20 to 30 feet away from the portal at this point.
That's fair.
So now I've got to see.
They're going to think your dragon did it. They'll see you as a dragon.
Oh God, no! And now I've got to see if
No.
discern if they think that you come out of the portal or you're just a random person. Yeah, 2 4s and a 10. So yeah.
I mean, his breath
good.
is lightning, so I can easily prove that it wasn't him.
The guy that you noticed you goes, "Oh, thank God, an adventurer! Can you help?"
I can help. I'm gonna run over, and thethe's not much I can do in
I'm
regards.
going to, while she's running over, create water above the tent set on fire.
Is
Oh, I
was
got
that?
dust.
Create water.
I got
is it?
dust.
What range is great?
Huh?
What is that spell?
It's like 60 feet.
60-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
And how much water do you make?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna use gust to create small blasts of air. And
Wouldn't that below the
Yeah,
fire?
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless you can trap it in a tube before you do it.
I mean, it's a thing. I don't know what else you could do. Is there any
So
water?
30-foot range
Yeah.
and 10 gallons of water in a 30-foot cube.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of water.
Oh,
Just
nice.
so that- So yeah, let's just assume that the flame goes mostly out.
Boosh, boosh, boosh.
Nice. Would I have been able to see that it was you doing that?
I'm stealthed behind you, so it's up to you.
Nice.
It depends on your perception check.
It's
Can you
a-
do the 24?
It's a blessing.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a blessing.
Can your perception be to 24 basically is the answer.
I might even just believe a theorist did that or something at the minute.
Actually, roll perception to actually see.
Yay.
Yeah.
This was a good roll. I'm sad. 23.
Yeah, you kind of see in the background your friends sort of like doing
Oh.
hand actions.
Thank you.
And then I start stealthing off again.
Yeah, so after the fire's out, the guy that noticed you goes, thank you so much for helping us.
That's okay. That looked really warm and really not good.
What are you doing out here?
It's nothing for you to worry about. It's okay. You have to worry about that now. But you don't have to worry as much now because the fire's gone. That's
Oh,
cool.
where are you heading to?
Oh, back from where I came from.
Where you came from?
That's a lot of questions.
Well, we're in the middle of nowhere, so...
Aren't you more concerned about what just happened with you? I would focus on that.
Did your dragon do it?
No. Ronnie does more lightning. I can show you. Ron's got a very. He's working on his flame.
What was the cause of the fire?
Me casting a fireball.
Okay, so you haven't actually done it, so there's no deception there.
Yeah, he believes you.
Yay, nice.
Well, thank you for helping.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're okay. Are you okay? Is there anything else I can help with?
No, not really. He seems to be pondering for a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to my business now. Bye. I'm just gonna run. Come on, run.
He shakes his head and goes back to the other two, basically. The other two seem to be trying to salvage whatever notes are in the tent.
Which are now soaked
Yeah.
after being burnt.
Yeah.
Nice. Good luck with that.
So yeah. Yeah, you guys make it out.
See, that was good.
Like, you go up this hill, like I said, I described as indented, it's made by the rift, because that's how powerful it was when it first appeared. And eventually you do get to the forest where you first arrived, basically, or teleported to.
What's the time of day?
Um,
How long since we last did a long rest?
so, when you got out, you probably discern it's only been maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, considering how the fire went, basically,
Okay.
and quickly it caught. So it's actually technically the same time as you went into the portal, which was probably around 1-2 o'clock, I want to say.
Travel towards Vinlasa and set up camp when we need to. I guess.
Sounds like an idea. You did just help the enemy though.
Yeah. Kira got spotted, might as well help out.
Sure, she'd talk her way out of it.
No.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Right, okay.
Help a way out.
What
or
I'll
something.
ask for then is I want somebody to do a perception check
Oh, me.
and then a nature check.
Me. I'm good at both of those.
Okay. And does anyone want to help her?
Yeah, sure, might as well.
Okay,
Oh,
do you want
God,
to do an
yeah.
advantage?
Yeah, help would be great because there was a 3 and a 6, so yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Oh, good God. It'll have to be the 3 and the 6.
Ooh!
So that's
Shit.
luckily plus 6, so 9 nature, and then 15 perception.
Oh, okay, so you at least know what direction to go in. That's a positive. But if you try to discern moss and stuff like that and like general vicinity of where you are, and you for a moment you think, oh, these trees are really weird. They seem how would I describe it? The trees that you normally interact with or touch or hug are far more friendlier than the trees here. They seem a bit more I don't know, more delinquent-like. Like they've got a bit of an attitude.
Just because of the description, I'm gonna go and try and hug a tree. Just because of the personality description of the tree.
The tree does nothing, but you get the feeling it's not happy.
Are you okay, guys?
Yeah, fine.
Oh no, I'm speaking to the trees. They seem peculiar.
Okay.
Druids confuse me.
You're not the only one.
Nature's confused by you two.
Crap, it's a good hearing.
Yeah, perception plus 6, so might as well.
So yeah, you like I said, you lead the charge basically. There's no issue per se.
I still need to go to the
And passive perception 16, so yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well,
good.
You do notice a couple of wolves, regular wolves,
Training
so
and
like
stuff.
they're just hunting and stuff.
Ooh,
Cool.
cool.
You can active be with them or just continue to.
Yeah, I'm
ignore
gonna
them.
turn into one and run with them and stuff.
Okay.
Hi guys, your trees seem peculiar. Bork.
2 of them are just lazing around waiting for their moment of the kill because they've just killed something. Like I said, they were in the middle of a hunt. And one of them is just staring at you, slowly chewing, like staring at you.
Is it nice? Is food here good?
You don't have to cast. You naturally know emotions. I'm not sure if you can communicate verbally.
With
Shepherd.
Yeah, with Shepherd I can do.
You can communicate verbally.
Yeah.
Dear good.
Nom.
We kill.
I know. That's in your nature.
Our kill, he says.
Oh yeah, I'm not hungry. It's fine. You can keep that. It's fine.
good, and he goes back to chewing while the other two wait their turn, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to you guys, still as a wolf. Oh, and I'm gonna go up to Ron and bark at him.
Did we see you turn into a wolf?
Yeah, probably.
Right.
I think that Ron is the first time he's seen you turn into something.
Yeah.
So he's,
Oh no.
I want to say traumatized.
Oh no, he's hardy. He's fine. Ron's fine. He's
No,
not
he's semi-intelligent, so I think he's mostly confused, but soon realizes the concept, basically. But it's just, oh no, he knows common, doesn't he?
Yeah, like a basic kind of.
Are you wanting to roleplay him, or?
Don't know.
Okay.
Still open-minded with it, really.
Are you
Okay.
talking to yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're like, yeah, fine.
Oh, yeah. Am I even speaking to Ron at this point? I don't.
You barked at him.
Yeah, sure, I borked. Yeah,
Yeah.
bork is a thing.
Anyway, we'll carry on. Technically, you're leading, so literally all you did was just they're following you because they haven't really discerned the direction, and then you've just left them.
Okay, so I am aware of the direction which we're meant to be going in. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna signal Ron to follow me in the front and you guys to be behind and continue to go on, I guess.
Yeah.
You sure this is the right way?
Seems like it.
Right.
Well, woof, woof, woof.
So yeah, you'll carry on. It's like about 2:30 now. So you'll carry on till about 7-8 o'clock when it gets to sunset. So yeah. Technically, do you have any camping stuff with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my tent and such. I carry it with me in my backpack.
Yeah, explorer's pack, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and a winter's pack.
Explorer pack.
Yeah.
I don't think I wrote mine down.
It's not my sheet, but it's in my book of items.
Technically, you had nothing because you left, so you would have to buy Explorer pack at one point, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was going to see what.
Because I think I remember you saying you wouldn't have one. Because I remember saying you just want an Explorer's pack. You were like, well, I was in the Shadowfell.
I was running away. I'm trying to think. I was going to see what my background would give.
What background are you?
Far traveller.
I think it's Explorer's pack.
So I'm a wolf at the minute. Bork. Where's my wolf?
Just try again.
I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
Still not.
They've been dated for ages though.
That's really
strange.
I think Far Traveller might be in a different book than Alexander.
I bet I could just close the.
Which one?
Far Traveller. I think it's from different.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is. It's from the Adventure Coast one.
Sword Coast.
Sword Coast, yeah. Adventures of the Sword Coast. I only know it because of the fact that I remember looking it up for a character.
This is a fury.
Because it's meant to be people from far distant lands visiting the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Find the bicycle. There's the bicycle.
Just thinking, one of Kira's forms is a toad, and I could just totally turn into a toad, sit on Ron, and then just. I mean, not at this point in time because I'm navigating, but at some point, yeah.
If you want
That
me
would
to
be
take
fun,
over, I've
yeah.
also got
Do it.
+6 in perception.
Hmm.
I still need to actually get it as an in-class skill.
Right, I
though.
give up on that. So no stream.
No, it says one.
No streams there.
one
No,
set
but
of
I'm recording.
one set of traveller's
Um,
clothes, any one musical instrument or gaming set, poorly wrought maps from your homeland, a small piece of jewellery worth 10 gold pieces, and a pouch containing 5 GP. So yeah.
Right.
What
okay.
does your class give you?
I'm not sure about that.
So, setting camp. Does anybody want to do Night's Watch?
Might as well.
I'll do the first one. My character isn't that tired.
Okay. So roll perception.
Guidance. Just randomly cast it on you before I go to bed.
Okay.
You have to get me before
And you said they were useless! Huzzah!
Found it useful now.
Yeah, guidance and bless. Brilliant spells.
Yeah, if I do a night's watch, I'm going to stay as a wolf. Until I go
Well,
to bed.
technically, wolf only lasts for what level you 7. So you're in wolf form for 3 hours basically. It's half your druid level.
19, 20.
Then I want to do first watch.
You're fine.
Fine.
Fine for the most part. Nothing eventful. You do notice some wildlife. Nothing of major importance.
Nice, cool.
And then the second part of the night.
Sure. 14.
Yet again, nothing eventful. Nothing.
Good.
Carry on.
Yeah, go.
Let's just say for sake of brevity, because you'd have to roll extremely low to get at, because you're basically you've gotten to the point now where you're at the edge of the forest and it's just open field until you get to Finrasda.
Can I use Druidcraft when we wake up to see what the weather's going to be like for the next 24 hours?
Sure. Plain sailing.
That's
As in,
The weather's fine?
yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Nothing
Aw.
major important.
No earthquakes today then.
No.
I'm mean as a DM. I roll for volcano eruptions and earthquakes and
So just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to ask everyone to roll perception, and that'll be for the next 2 days basically.
No.
if that's the case, I'm going to go back into a wolf.
Okay.
26.
They get advantage on perception checks. Which is cool.
14.
21.
12.
Who rolled higher than a 20?
21.
26.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll say you were day 1 and day 2. So day 1, you sort of like you're getting to the point now where, like I said, you on this start of this first day, you've just gotten out of the forest. So the next 8 to 10 hours is like flat plain lands.
Nice.
Within 2 or 3 hours of the flat plain lands, you start to see like roads and sort of like pathways and such.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you start walking on the roadside. So from time to time you'll see a cart, some like sort of like the startings of some farmlands. So there's like I wouldn't say towns per se, but more like little hamlets. So like maybe families of 2 or 3 families living in the middle of nowhere, just living off the irrigated farmland that they're doing.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
As I travel, can I be collecting ingredients for healing potions?
Based off your perception, we'll say you get enough for like 2 healing potions.
Okay,
Nice.
good. So I can craft
Good
2
idea.
healing potions when we get back
Right.
without having to pay for the ingredients costs.
Probably have to go
Good.
find food at some point. Thinking about it.
We got rations.
Oh, do we? Nice. Good. We're prepared.
Explorer pack.
Thank
Yeah.
God for that. Yeah, thank God for that.
Yeah, so
I'll
other,
use my code.
other than that, you do see somebody in a black hood, and they seem to be on their own, and they're on the opposite side of the road to you, and they're just nonchalantly walking past you.
Walking towards us.
So like you're coming one direction, she's going the other way on the
So
other
to
side of the
walk
road.
towards
Can we tell to see what race
She-
they are, or
Okay,
Can I
this is
insight
free
check?
information.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check to maybe get a read?
A read.
Yeah, like.
Oh, like not you're not gonna actually read her.
No.
No, they're doing a read.
Yeah, so you're just doing what are you doing?
Kind of like-
Perception.
and let's see what kind of race they are, or
And so
anything
just do
like this.
perception, and you're doing insight.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'm
still
trying to
not
you want
my
to get
fault.
yeah.
an idea.
Hail.
Oh
Hail.
my goodness.
Hello.
She will look up at that and she'll go, hello.
And what's she like?
Natural 20.
Interesting.
The hood is still down.
I roll a 14
Like
on
me and my ass.
perception.
Just
And that
not
20,
enough
24
to see
total.
anything.
Oof. 24. She doesn't seem hostile.
Doesn't seem.
Yeah.
She's seen.
Based on a 24, she's like 99% probably not hostile.
I don't feel like she's running away from something.
Mhm.
Or
She doesn't seem like she's in a hurry anywhere anytime
she's
soon.
just trying to be.
She's just nonchalantly walking.
Right,
And then you rolled
It was either 14 or 16.
on like sort of
Perception.
perception. So based of height, the voice that you've just heard, and sort of like general posture, she seems to be like a woman. You saw sort of like hands. They were very frail and thin, so they're probably an elderly elf or human.
Elderly elf.
Or human.
It's an elderly elf. They've been around for a long time.
Elderly elf or human. Based on the voice, she seems fairly old. And she says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, where are you going?
Oh, I'm just heading home.
Where's home?
Oh, it's far, far away, dear.
Where?
So many questions. You're so rude.
That's not being rude, it's just making conversation on the trail.
Why would you travel so far alone?
No, well, I like to do journeys, you know.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yes, you know, you've got to see the world before you close your eyes.
While I'm still a wolf, I'm just going to be sniffing her because I'm a wolf.
Oh yeah, you're not even talking. She's just like, could you control your animal?
Not really, no.
It's bad.
No.
No. Don't make me hit you.
Oh, dog goes, I am dog.
Just taking the dogs for a walk.
Which one?
I think Ron's going to start picking up like dog-like features after essentially getting used to doing things with like wolves and dogs.
Yeah,
Even if they're mechanical or actually a wolf.
God. Yes, dog, thanks.
You've got a little imaginary menagerie. Yes, there we go.
Menagerie.
Yes, menagerie. Yes.
Just give up, Titch.
Menagerie.
Menagerie.
Titch, just give up. It's the easiest way, trust me.
Mondays.
If I'm being honest, they keep to themselves. One's actually a halfling. Can you guess which one?
I'll give you nothing if you do.
She'll point at Garfield. That's the halfling, right?
No, one of the dogs.
Oh yes, of course.
I'm going to start jumping up and try and like...
And I'm not a halfling.
Good to know, she says. Well, good day, and she'll start walking off.
Good day.
Didn't catch your name.
No, it's not important, she
No,
says.
it is. It's just a trail.
Bork.
So what's your name then?
Garfield.
There we go.
Many people just call me Auntie, but if you want my name, you can call me Lee if you like.
What is her... Like...
Lee.
What is...
L-E. Just L-E.
What does her like robes look like? Do they look like formal or detailed or quite plain? Or...
Very plain black, but do perception. See if you can discern anything other than just a plain black robe.
21.
Yeah. It's oddly very pristine and clean, and if she's been walking on the trail for so long, it's a bit odd.
Tilt my head down.
Prestidigitation.
I don't have prestidigitation.
Why don't you have prestidigitation? It's the best spell ever. You get to clean things. Prestidigitation.
Well, I have to go out of my wolf form to use detect magic.
Yes.
I'm gonna poof out of that and use detect magic.
And she'll go, oh, that's the halfling.
Congratulations.
Got it.
Hello.
Got it instantly.
You seem curious.
So you've just instantly cast detect magic.
Yeah.
She is a spellcaster of some sort, but you can't put your finger on it.
Damn.
Destined for you now, sweet.
Hello.
I think, you know, we've established the meet and greets part of the conversation.
Well, only now I can say hello again, so hello.
And at this point, she's just like, she's making her way. You're not the first sign of adventurers that are freaks.
Is she saying that? Is she saying that?
No, the DM saying that.
When we cross, can I accidentally drop one of the old common books?
Yeah, do it.
Which one? You had a number of notes. You had the diary downstairs, and there were like 1 or 2 books you did pick up from the library.
Probably not the notes.
Yeah.
No, probably not the diary, sorry. Probably
Yeah.
one of the notes. It's going to fall out my satchel.
You can read it.
She'll look down, pick it up, sort of like scroll her hand over it as if she's straightening out, and then she'll go, I think you dropped this, young sir.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, she says. You better be careful, she says.
Oh, that's
It looks very important.
just.
Why does it look very
noticing mine.
important? What's important about it?
It's
Just a book.
It's this handwritten paper, she says. Someone's gone out of their way to write notes on a piece of paper. Surely it must be important, right? Good day! And she'll start
I
walking down
didn't
the
catch a name.
Lee, she says. Or you can call me Auntie if you like. Everyone
I
calls
don't
me
want to
Auntie.
push it, but like when she's handing me the note, can I do another insight check to see if I like any ticks in their face that may have thought like I recognise this
Right, okay.
language or something.
Okay.
You just read it. Ooh, that's a 3
Bugger.
plus 4 is 7.
What was it? Just insight.
She has a face.
She is very well hidden under the hood. There's not really much to discern, really. I will be honest with you. And she'll say, well, if you don't need anything else, I'll carry on.
Good day.
You
Good
seem
day.
very strong, but are you sure you don't want any help or any company or?
Oh no, she says, I just go on my long trips selling
Where have
maybe
you
1 or
been?
2 items.
Selling? You sell things?
Yes, she says.
Oh, what do you sell?
Just your various knickknacks here and there that I find.
Such as?
Oh, well. Let's see what I have on me today.
I believe
she
we have
says.
lots of the money stuff.
I like that.
Lots and lots of it.
She says, oh, I don't normally do my buying selling shtick while I'm walking around in the middle of nowhere, but
I think
well,
I
you
learned.
find a customer, you find a customer.
I think I learned that business is business or something or other.
From underneath her robe, she'll pull out what looks like a small bag, like a small like pouch, and then she will invert it like this. Out of the bag comes a black hole in the air.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just like a signature.
Oh, you've never seen a portal before?
Oh well, yeah, but not like that, I guess.
Oh,
Still quite new to this.
It's a magic item. It's not common per se, but it's not exceedingly rare. You could probably find one quite easily in one of your capital cities.
What would we
It looks
use
fun.
it for?
She says, "Oh no, it's not for using. It's where I keep all my wares." She says,
So you're using it.
"Yes, to sell you items. Do you not want to buy?"
I
I'm
wanna
interested.
look at stuff to buy.
Why not just use a bag of holding?
Yeah.
This has more breathing space. She says.
Ooh. You have stuff in there that needs to breathe? I hope you feed him.
Well, technically no, because she says once the portal's closed off, there's only probably about half an hour's worth of air in it, and then things die.
You figured that out how?
It's on the item description.
Did you come with a label?
Instruction manual.
As it with instruction.
Do not leave things in there more than half hour, they will die.
Yes, that's right. She says sometimes I
Oh,
like to
the
put
red
plants
sunlight.
in there. She says that
Ron, don't go in there.
Anyway, she says, and she'll walk into this hole and walk back out, and she says, is there anything specific you're looking for?
Something shiny and something fun.
Something shiny and something fun. Well, she says.
Something we
Does anyone want-
wouldn't normally find.
So you're looking for something shiny,
Out of
something
the
fun.
ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, something
I just
that's
don't know
hard
what
to
sort of
find.
stuff you have.
And
What items do you
curiosity.
recommend for your average traveller?
Okay, she'll walk in and she'll get 4 items out, and she's got them underneath the robes, and she says, "For you, my dear, something fun. A wand of smiles."
Okay. What does that exactly do?
You pointed to someone, and depending on your charismatic ability, you force people to smile.
Guys,
for a
do you think
couple
this
of
would be good
minutes.
for Derek?
No.
Will this work
Like,
on
Isn't he,
construct?
isn't he already permanently smiling as it is?
Oh, but maybe it'll be more real.
She'll sort of like squint her eyes slightly, and she go, "I don't know what you're asking me."
We have a friend called Derek. He's sweet.
That's one word for it.
Yes. Sweet. Right. Oh, Jesus.
So she says-
Christ.
Are you interested in buying?
Is there anything else you have?
Well, I only got one item at a time that matches your description. If you want another item, I'll have to go back in. But let me see everyone else first.
Yeah, you do that.
Something out of the ordinary for you, you say.
Uh-huh.
From underneath her robe, she pulls out a bag and she'll say, "This is a bean bag," she says.
Oh, God, magic beans.
Oh. Okay, and what?
You pull a bean out and something happens.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
It's replenishable as well, she says. It's very interesting.
How do you replenish?
Sounds very similar.
It just does what it does, she says.
Does there have to be some left for it to replenish, or does it just replenish?
And on the next dawn, like any other rechargeable item.
Just charge,
Yes.
even with none left.
Yeah. I do not know the exact
Uh-huh.
item description.
Do you need a DMG really quick?
Yeah.
Have you got yours to hand, or should I grab?
I know I don't.
No.
It sounds really unusual for Kira, but because other people might be getting stuff from her, can I do an insight to see if she's like trustworthy to be giving stuff to the party? Like if
You
these...
do a general insight then. So now this is your first insight. You've been doing perceptions all this point, so you...
Yeah, because I want to make sure that she's not going to be giving anyone anything to hurt anyone. 12.
She seems talented in what she does. That's the only thing that you can discern.
Okay.
She knows her stuff, basically. Even though the DM doesn't know the stuff.
She knows.
You,
this
you
stuff.
only know what you know. That's the
It's always
truth,
fun
isn't
playing a high intelligence character when you yourself aren't intelligent.
it? Yeah, that hurts.
Standard for everyone.
What?
The explorer's pack.
That's why I stay away from wizard.
You
You kind of have to know things to be a wizard.
Yeah, essentially you throw a bean at something, and with a DC save dexterity, it does 5d4 fire damage.
Jesus fuck.
And then, or you can plant it in the ground after 1 minute a different effect happens.
Oh, that's
We
me.
get
This
it.
is when I'm concentrating.
Get it?
I think I will.
It's technically not replenishable,
Sometimes it's just-
but we will
You'd
say,
rewrite it.
but we will say that this one is replenishable.
Nice.
Shiny.
You'd rewrite it as
Because it'd be boring otherwise.
I agree completely.
Yeah, but it's more expensive as a replenishable.
Of course it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What slot does it take up? Was it
It's not tunable.
Oh no, I was going to say it's not on a tunable.
It's a usable
No,
thing.
it's a usable item. It's like bag of tricks, essentially.
Nice.
Nice.
Something hard to find for you, she says. Now, normally I don't do this sort of stuff, but you seem such like a nice young gentleman, she says.
Thank you. Getting on
She'll pull out a book and she'll say, "This is a nice find that I found, and it's very uncommon to come by." And she'll hand you the book.
Alright, what's the book look like?
It's a tome. Yeah.
Is it just blank? On
When you open it, it has writing in it, but like there's like glyphs appear and disappear. And she'll say, "Oh, that's a tome that long story short, it'll increase your charisma by 2.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
good for you, isn't it?
It's very good.
Yeah.
You have to read it continually for 48 hours over 7 days, I believe, to
Well-
get the permanent
The
effect.
tone.
Nice.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah.
The downside is that once you've used it, you can't use it again for another 100 years.
Wow.
What about for kindling?
I mean, it's not really something you would want to burn, she says.
It's the sort of thing you pass down to your family.
Yes, generational. I mean, for humans, that
Yeah.
it'd be more like 2 generations.
I
but-
mean, I could probably read it twice in my life.
How much are you selling it for?
Jesus Christ, I really could.
And then you asked for a curiosity.
Yeah.
He's just curious when it's the shop menu. That's one.
Yeah, I was more curious as to what she had.
Okay.
rather
And
than
she'll give you a dog statue, and she'll say, "This is a wondrous item that turns into a dog for a certain amount of time. It even knows the
But we've
common
already got
language."
2 of those.
Only for a certain amount of time. Why can't I just have a dog?
Do you have loads of
This one talks.
Hitch.
So does this one.
I am dog.
Cool.
Back.
That's the one.
Oh god.
Thanks, but no thanks.
She'll take. I'm assuming you don't
Oh.
want to buy the Wonder Smiles.
No, go for it.
The Wonder Smiles is only probably about 200 gold.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, okay.
This seems fun.
Yeah,
I'll
it's,
take it.
it's a cute toy,
Definitely
essentially.
can't.
I'm gonna try and use it on Derek.
If you're lucky.
The bag of beans normally is worth probably around 5,000 gold, but this is a replenishable one.
Indeed.
So it's probably worth double that at least.
So 8,000.
No, 10,000.
8,000.
10,000.
Let's meet a bit more in the middle.
Barter,
9,000.
you are trying to persuade,
Yeah.
and I am trying to.
It's like it's usually perception. The
Yeah,
persuasion versus deception.
Yeah.
Okay.
20, 30.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, to 15. She'll go down to 9,000.
9,000?
Yeah.
9,000.
And she'll hand you the bag of beans. She'll go, there you go.
Done.
Hmm.
How do I write that in? Bag of replenishable beans.
Yes.
Ha, ha, ha.
It's on par with
Now
my
for
pebbles.
you, the tome's a bit more.
I can imagine it as quite a interesting find.
Yes, it's about 25,000.
Right. Okay.
How much?
25.
25?
Whee, wow.
Ouch. Good luck.
If you want, I can chip in some money towards it.
I'd appreciate that, but I do have a item on here that I'm willing to part with if you'd like to trade.
Ooh.
What would you be trading?
A wand of hold person.
Oh, come on, you can't get rid of a wonderful person. That's freaking amazing.
Everyone can cast it though.
I can't. Can I? I don't know, maybe.
She'll
Maybe.
I'll be
hold.
able to cast it eventually.
Wonderful person, 2 extra charisma.
Yeah, you're going with the charisma.
She'll hold the wand of hold person. She says, "I do trade from time to time, but this item is significantly less than the tome. I would, if you give me the wand, I would sell the tome a half price. So let's say 12,000.
Well, that's good.
I would need help for 5,000 gold.
I can do that.
I'd pass at 10,000.
So you just got to get 2,000 basically, and the wand.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you've got a tome of charisma basically.
Thank you very much, Warwick.
Nice.
I will pay you back.
You don't have to. Investment. Call this an investment.
Into
You-
what
you-
exactly?
Well, you help me, I help you.
Yay, guys.
It's literally because you've been helping me a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's alright.
And I haven't been paying you, quote unquote, so this is technically payment.
Very good doing business with you.
I do like to make some money on the road, she says. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm gonna. Do I need to get attunement on the Wand of Smiles?
Technically, no, you don't.
I'm
Do you
gonna-
have any rings, say?
Ring, she says. What kind of specifics are you looking for?
Things to do with movement.
I think my character's not that much of a dick to try and put you suggestion against that.
I do have some boots, she says, but not rings, I'm afraid.
Okay, I've already got some special boots. But thank you.
I'm gonna use my Wand of Smiles on her.
She has to roll. I think the DC's 10. She's fine.
So it hasn't worked.
She would. Well, you can't see. She's underneath the hood anyway.
Yeah. Also true.
Yes.
Buggery.
If that's all, I will make my merry way, she says.
What other curiosities have you got? Still interested.
I mean, you'll have to be a little bit more specific than that to get something from
Oh, have you got
the
any
whole
new
of
cloaks?
Wonder.
While they dribble on, I'm going to read the book.
Have you got
Just
any?
stand there.
Have you got
Just
any
start
cloaks?
reading, yeah.
Mine's quite raggedy. I could use a new cloak.
Some boots, she says.
No, I like my feet bare. I like being with the ground. I need a new cloak though.
A cloak, she says.
Mine's quite worn.
And then you just see me with two on.
You want something that's
One
a
of
bit
these
more
good
wear and tear safe, correct?
Or something that's shiny.
Yeah, to display some protection.
Something shiny, she says.
It's a colour.
Especially since I've started helping these people fight and stuff. It sounds smart.
I imagine it's so.
We can make do with something, she says, and she'll pull out the hole and put it underneath her robe, and then from her robe, you've noticed now she puts her hand into the hole, puts something under her robe, and then she pulls something out of her robe. There's
Nice.
not a direct it's like something's happening between the hole and her robe, basically. She'll pull it out, and out comes like this very pretty silvery cape, basically. And she'll say, "So this is a concoction I've made myself, actually." She says. So she says, "You asked for something shiny. I've been working on something that it's basically a cape that allows you to have a dim light source around you. It's also on a long charge of once per day. You can make it 2 to 3 times brighter, so you can actually blind people with it."
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
Wow, that's
That's pretty
definitely
neat.
under the definition of shiny.
Yes, it's only once
Wow.
a day though.
Oh, wow, yeah, I don't want to make people blind very often. Certainly
But
not
when
because
you
I guess I can't see in the dark. That might be good.
no, things not dark vision.
Nope,
Why not?
nope.
Oh,
How much is it?
dude.
It's something that I've made and thrown together, she says. It's not. I wouldn't say it's something dear entirely, but it's very dear to my heart. It's one of my
1,000 gold.
at the 1,000 gold, she goes, "Yeah, that's fine."
Done. That's probably undercutting it.
Not
Okay.
really.
No?
No.
Probably. About
It's just a dim light cape that blinds people for.
You won't dispel my darkness with it.
No.
It doesn't cut through a magical dark.
No.
Because it does make Kira very interested. I will be taking that.
Yeah, so the 1,000 gold. is what
Nice.
it's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So basically, it's a cape of shining, essentially. So it's dim light within 20 feet of you when you wear it. It's not tunable, so anyone can wear it.
Oh, cool.
And then once per day, then on a DC save of 14, you can blind people within about 60 feet of you.
60 feet.
But they
type
have
of
to be
save?
they have to be directly looking at you. DC is 14.
So like a line.
No, what save?
Con.
Very
Would be. Yeah, con. It would be con.
So like a line,
Does it-
basically.
So no, well, if they're directly looking at you,
Mm.
they have to be directly looking
Okay.
at you. Say for example, there's a
Yeah.
fight going on here, and they're looking over on the side,
Okay,
perhaps.
this could be fun.
Yeah.
Is it,
Everyone, look at me!
Yeah.
is it at all times?
Hmm?
Is it at all
The
times?
dim
Or is it
light,
activated?
the dim light is 20 foot at all times.
I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna try and use it to make people blind.
Oh God. I'm assuming everyone's looking at this cape.
Not
At
necessarily.
least- at least she
looking-
will.
I've been watching her, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's looking at it, including this woman. So. Yeah.
I've got golden eyes and make a difference.
Oh yeah, you're not magical, innit?
It's,
We'll run up to roll.
Okay. Yes.
He will be looking at
Yeah,
this.
he will.
I'd be fine. 21.
Ron fails. Ron is blind.
I'll roll
it's
concept
magic, isn't it?
anyway.
It's yes.
Con, yeah? I
Yeah.
haven't got it on con, it's fine.
So I just roll with
Yeah.
advantage then, because like
Hmm?
should I roll with advantage? I know gold eye doesn't mean anything. It's just, but I wouldn't imagine sunlight to hurt.
Nah, just roll. Do a straight up roll. 14 con.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
27.
16.
Everyone's fine. It's
Except
DC
Ron.
14, yeah. Oh, Ron blind.
Yeah. Poor Ron.
Is it not immune to blindness, the dragon?
No.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. You're a shit mother.
Sorry, Ron. I'm gonna try and... I don't know.
Are you going to become an alcoholic next and just drink wine at 12?
No.
Just drink wine at 12 in the day.
No, I'm gonna go down and try and stroke Ron and hold his head. Calm him.
Is the merchant affected by it?
She doesn't seem affected.
Ooh, well, that's all right. That's,
So.
no, I forgot. Carry on.
She says, is there anything else I can sell you?
Do you have anything that can help my dragon, which I just blinded?
Well, it either wears off in a minute or he passes the save.
The same.
Yes.
It'll wear off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
he'll
be
wear off. He'll be fine.
Oops. I just got a bit excited.
What about your extraordinary? Anything for guns?
I'm more of a spellcaster, I'm afraid. I don't
Anything
have...
that can teach me permanent spells?
Ooh.
I have spell scrolls.
No, I want it to be taught to me straight away permanently.
Nothing that extreme, I'm afraid. I have a circlet of fire blasting, but it's not really... It's Scorch Ray once a day, basically.
Burning Hand.
Yeah.
No, Scorch Ray, yeah.
Yeah, it's Scorch Ray is the
The better version.
yeah.
Huh. Is it tuned to it?
I believe so.
It wouldn't be that one.
Sorry?
I think it's a Xanathar's item, I think.
Is it a Xanathars?
Maybe.
What is it?
Circlet of something.
Oh, there's some in Xanathars.
Yeah.
well,
Dude,
No, no, sorry,
Xanathar says
Oh,
all
it
the
is in
shiny.
oh,
No, does
no
it?
way.
Just like
Circle
common
it
and
on.
common and rare, don't think any
This is the
crazy
seeds.
in
I've been
Okay.
missing some then.
No circles.
Bugger. Where are they?
These are all the new ones that were
They have
introduced.
things like
I love
examples-
Xanathars.
Examples of magic items, and they could add a few. It's right.
But out of interest, Stu, it's that's what I'm looking for.
Free action. It's
I
just
don't
a
think
full
she'd have
spell,
that.
it's magic.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Mess my finger.
I believe you roll
Yes, I
at
think it's
advantage of certain things, right?
Dude. Oh, dude, I've been missing out. Xanathars is fucking brilliant. I love Xanathar.
I think
Good
Ron
guys,
will
Xanathar.
forgive Kira. It's fine.
Cool.
Your Xanathars is awesome sauce.
Yeah, fair play.
No, right, okay.
I missed it.
She still doesn't have that.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't, because she said that she didn't really have any rings, so
No.
I'm just letting you know that I'm going to cap.
No, she says nothing extraordinary, I'm afraid. Oh, well, I do have a lot of extraordinary items, but you've got to be a bit more specific. You have to be a bit more specific.
Oh,
I've got a lot of extraordinary items, she says.
What's your favourite?
Ooh, my favourite, she says, is something that I can't personally use, but let's just say it's a little bit of an heirloom, she says. It's not something that I'd be willing to part with, she says.
What is it though?
She'll put her hand in the hole under the cape, and she'll pull out a sword.
Oh, that is
And
shiny.
It's basically you've probably never seen anything like it. It's a long sword, but it's very gleamy, very shiny. And when she waves it in the air, it leaves an after image.
No.
And then she's like, "This is a moonblade," she says.
Wow, it's so pretty. So pretty.
That, I'm literally looking at the moon touch sword. Is it basically that?
No.
Moonblades. Oof.
I'm surprised no one's trying to steal it.
Well, I now know what she is.
It's something that's been passed through my family, and I've had it for many
Brooke
years.
doesn't know what she is, but I know what she is.
Oof. So she says, long story short, elves have got a certain sect within their community, and they worship Aetherius in a different way. More elves tend to be, if they worship Aetherius, they become a bit more placid and kind and
She shudders.
tree huggers. But there's a small sect that worship Aetherius, and they become more guardian-like. Think dexterous paladins, she says. And this sword is passed down from generation to generation. Now she'll point out on the blade and she'll run her finger across it, and then runes appear on it. And she'll say each rune represents a descendant of the family, and there's 6 of runes on each. And she'll say each rune has an interesting and unique trait to it, she says. So she says, this is my favourite rune. Essentially, I can store spells in it.
Wow.
What, like I can with my gun here?
Up to level 5.
Well, thanks for showing us that, because it's very pretty.
Yes, it's like I said, it's an heirloom. I personally can't use it, but one day when I pass it down to someone, I'm hoping that they get more use out of it out of me.
Ron's gonna try jumping up onto her and try sniffing it.
She doesn't flinch. However, the moment he tries to put her snout next to it, she'll put it back, basically. And she'll say, it's not a toy, dear.
Bad Ron, get down.
It is funny item.
Well, that's my favourite item.
I can see why.
I'll say while reading the book. Are we done here?
I think so. Don't know about the others though.
Yeah.
You're done.
Well, thank you for that exchange.
She says, no problem. It was nice to get rid of some of the stock, she says.
Not much luck selling lately.
Well, when you're walking on the road, you don't usually find people with a lot of gold.
You're looking for a permanent outlet?
I'm afraid not, dear. I'm just a wanderer, she says. I'm not one for steady business.
Oh, we still do lots of wandering.
Oh, we do a lot of wandering.
Yeah.
She said we may meet again, she says.
How about you? Are you in the market to buy? I've always got some stock on me. Come on.
Intelligent.
Do you have any items that allow me to divinate?
Divinate, not so much. Kill, yes. You want that problem gone? Now you can get that problem gone.
No, I'm looking for someone, she says.
Who are you looking for?
A family member, she says. Gone missing a little while ago. Hence why I'm wondering, really.
Well, sorry for your loss.
No, I'm sure they are still alive somewhere.
Where did the family member go missing?
Probably a number of years ago now.
That's not a little good.
About 20 years ago, she says.
Does that mean anything to any of us?
Still have hope
Not
then,
me.
even though such a time has passed.
Wasn't it Madeline?
No, I'm sure they're fine.
Just wishful thinking, is it?
No, he's not dead. I don't think he's dead.
He?
Yes. I'm looking for my adoptive son.
Who is it?
What?
Who is he?
Oh, I'm just a person that I've just looked after.
I know the work. Whoa, damn it.
Anyone we might know?
Probably not. Where do you hail from?
Finrazda.
Shadowfell.
Penny farthing.
Oh.
Everywhere.
Nature.
Nature.
Wow.
The woods down the road. You see, the problem is that I know who she's looking for, but I don't. But Warwick doesn't.
Well, due to your accepted patronage, if you can give us like a description or a name, we can keep an eye out on our travels.
What does he look like?
Just, oh God, it's been 20 years ago. When I had him, he was just a small bay, and yeah, he just
Did she say bay?
yeah, as in
Oh.
baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dead.
Oh. So mean.
Carry
Yeah. I was hoping that wasn't what
on.
happened.
No.
He's a small bay.
What if it was what happened?
Well, even a name, if we come across it.
I didn't actually give him a name.
Oh, that's good.
How do you expect to find him if you don't even have anything to go on by yourself?
I have my ways, she says. I'm just a little old lady
The mother always knows.
filling my time.
That's silly.
Says the woman that bought a wand of smiles.
Says the one selling it.
Well, I made some money. What did you make?
Hopefully making a construct smile. It should be priceless.
I pull a dagger out. This is enchanted with many different things. Is it something you're interested in?
She'll look at the dagger and she'll go, I can't put my finger on it, she says, but I'm very familiar with the work.
How are you familiar with the word?
It's very, I remember a number of years ago, I believe there was a forge.
Indeed there was. We procured this forge.
Procured it.
Yes, we own it personally.
Last time I heard, the royal capital, they siege to it. I haven't been there in God knows how long, but
What if anyone else will put two and two together? This is frustrating because Warwick doesn't know. I know, but Warwick doesn't.
Well, yes, the forge is now movable.
she'll look at you really confused and go, sorry?
Big iron golem thing, stuff, weird, yes.
Yes.
Wait a moment, she says. You put the...
Yep.
How...
If you're familiar with its work, then you know that it melts metals on the touch, yes? And how then with...
The last time I spoke to it, it didn't really say
When
much.
did you last see Derek?
Ooh,
Oh,
she
why
says.
did you say the name?
Because it's Kira.
Also true.
Oh, is that what his name was?
Yeah.
Is.
Was he called Derek?
Was.
I thought you named him Derek.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
he called
named
himself Derek.
Yeah.
We gave him far too much free rein.
Yeah.
Now look what he's creating. I'm dog! Oh, fuck off!
Oh, how long ago was that? Around 150 years ago.
Wow.
I think I was one of the first people who found it, I believe.
How did
I didn't say anything about it. Of course, when you find something of that magnitude, you don't pass the information around.
What did Derek say? How was Derek back then?
He kept asking me to input things, and it was awkward all round. It was just a furnace at
But
the
he
time.
didn't know things about pokers and furnaces back then.
He was a bit bland, yes, or it was a bit bland.
Aww.
I'm assuming it was a he now, if you're calling it he.
Yeah.
Whatever Derek
Who
wants to
knows?
be.
Who knows what it?
It's a big giant metal golem. I don't think it cares.
Oh, Derek cares.
Eh.
I know it's cringe.
Do you want to buy it or not?
I'm not a fan of weapons myself.
I
But
agree.
it's something that you
That's
can
what I
pass
thought.
on for a profit.
I'm not actually looking to make a profit, she says. I'm just trying to earn a living. I'm more, like I said, I'm a wanderer. I just move from place to place, sell my little knickknacks, and just keep on moving.
Why don't we sell stuff like this lady does? She seems nice.
We haven't got access to the big giant black holy thing.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
She says we can find one.
It's a movable portal. You could probably find one anywhere.
Yeah.
Get that? Can I find one with you? Have you got one?
She says they're easy
Um,
to find in
Other
it.
than
I can only keep this one because if I put another one within it, it probably implodes.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
Kind of like putting a bag of holding in a bag of holding.
It's not infinite, unfortunately.
Yes.
Tried that one.
Apparently we can easily find one, so when we go back home we might be able to find one.
It might be worth a shot.
Yeah.
But until then.
And she says, well, if you do ever come across a young man in his 20s that is looking for a mother.
That narrows it down.
That's for most young men in their 20s.
I'm 17 and looking for my mother.
See?
Oh my god, what if though?
Seriously, have none of you guys guessed who this is yet?
No.
And she'll say, well,
Have none of you guys remembered anything that happened during the conversation at the dinner with Diana?
Remind us then.
Okay then, I'm only saying this because of the fact
yeah,
that...
but you wouldn't know it as well.
Like, I as a player know it, but I don't know if any of your characters would remember this, because I know Warwick wouldn't put it together, but I as a player know.
Okay.
Flint?
Flint. The satyr.
No.
Yeah,
no.
she's looking for, like, Flint's missing.
Flint is looking for his mother.
Oh.
Pandora was his mother.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Pandora was his mother, though.
Okay.
Or they could
And
adopt
that's the thing, isn't it? You try
Yeah.
not to play intelligent characters.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Yeah, you're not
we're not gonna
gonna-
clock
Not good
that.
at it.
Yeah.
So, is it something that we would have pieced together?
They said that
I think
Flint
out
was
of
the
the
Seekers.
only person that may have pieced it together is actually you, but since you're
Yeah.
so young,
I
Like,
don't,
well,
Yeah.
from what I remember, we were told that Flint might be with the Seekers, and
Yeah.
we were told what Seekers look like, and so far she doesn't look like a Seeker.
I don't think Kira would know.
No.
I don't think you would have put two and two together.
That makes sense. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd mention it just in case one of you had, but...
Yeah. There we are. Yeah. No. Okay.
Well, good day to you all, and she just start walking off.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for the shiny stuff.
I hope you find what you're seeking.
You bad. So, yeah, so that was day one. Day two, you
Dog, can I sit on you, please?
I am dog. I am a tool.
Why are you going to sit on
I'm
it?
just gonna read and sit on him.
Can the dog even hold your weight?
It's a it's a direwolf robot.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
can.
It is a
Yeah.
direwolf.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit on him and read my book,
Yeah.
the whole journey.
Nice.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It's
We'll
a really
see.
interesting read. It's got really nice concepts.
Yeah. All right.
So 10 hours you're reading the book on the direwolf, basically, and you set up camp. Day two, so it's another 10
Reading
hours.
for 10 hours.
She didn't buy my dagger then.
No, she said she wasn't interested in it. Day two, you rolled a 26 on day two.
Yes.
Yet again, some farmlands.
Yeah.
You start and you see Finrasda in the distance. It is a fairly large construct.
You're right. Either side.
Yeah, it's not as hard to miss even like 20 miles away.
Yeah.
Trying to think what you would find. That was the main thing really. I wasn't expecting anyone to get higher than 20. I suppose I could do 15, which is not as interesting.
When you need DM, you shouldn't expect anything.
No.
Yeah. Always
That's the trick.
expected.
So yet again, some carts passing by. The only one that would come of interest to you, most of them look like merchant carts, so people taking stock from Finrasda or to Finrasda. The only one that seems to have any interest or like something's off about it is it looks like a wife and husband sitting on front of this cart, and they seem to be chatting to each other, and the wife seems a bit dogmatic, basically. She's a bit like, oh, I can't believe you've done this. Like, so that's sort of like,
Not my problem.
yeah, but Warwick is the one to notice it.
I just watched it go by.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
That's about it, really. And then you get to Finmaster.
Yay!
But when you're about 3 or 4 miles away, you start to hear static
Static.
on the radio.
Jesus.
What's that?
It's the radio.
Ow.
It's playing up. It's gotta be.
Ow.
Is anyone there keying their mic thing?
Hello?
Hi.
It's Amy.
Oh.
Oh, well, Viola, you know, is just a
Okay,
client,
right, what?
Yes. So, did you find anything?
Would
Hello.
Plenty.
Could you give a...
Are you still in Finmaster?
Yes, I'm with Miss Moonshine right now.
Brilliant. Then we'll
Tell
see
them
you
I
in
said
5.
hi.
Then we'll see you in a little while.
More notes.
We'll
that
come
we
straight
need
up.
you to decipher because we can't speak the language.
We'll come straight up.
You sort of hear her get up and you see like sounds like she's closing a door, and she says, "No, I mean anything like anything other than notes." She says,
Diaries, some magic roses.
Oh yeah, they were pretty.
"Roses."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're magical and they have a similar effect to what Mooney has.
Don't know what kind of magic they are though.
You also got a scroll and a spell scroll.
Well, you picked up the scroll, didn't you? I haven't got the scroll
A
on me.
pouch of notes. That's what I've got.
I've got notes, all common photos, and 2 magic roses because you found the scroll, so I rolled bad on this occasion.
Yeah, scroll uncommon underneath the bed, and then when you opened the scroll, there was a spell scroll in it that you couldn't discern. But you did set based off the magic school. You couldn't discern what magic school it was.
Okay. I'll take your word for this one because I haven't got it written down. I probably have. It's
Garviel found a scroll, a spell scroll.
And really the deals of Wand of Smiles, and it actually does seem pretty useful to be honest.
Yeah.
Just makes people smile.
DC 13 charisma saving throw or start laughing uncontrollably for 1 minute.
Oh,
So it's
that's not the one
Tasha's
that I was
hideous
thinking
laughter.
of.
Oh,
That's Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah.
but this is Wand of Smiles.
Brilliant.
No, then I must be thinking of a different. Might be thinking Pathfinder instead.
I can
Possibly.
take the one you've explained.
Or DC 10 smile.
Yeah, because it is more fun. But that one seems useful.
Yeah.
The Wand of Smiles.
She'll say, right, I'll bring Derek with me, she says, but I won't bring Mooney with me.
Okay. Why is Derek with you anyway?
No, I'm going to get Derek and we'll meet you.
Oh, right. Well, we're gonna come to the 4th desk now. So why didn't we just get him on the way?
No, well, I'll meet you in the shop.
Okay.
And she'll hang up. Which is on the 3rd desk. Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah, so it's another 2 or 3 miles, so it's at least another 45 minutes walk basically. No issue at the port except for Ty. Maybe she's pointing out I saw them, and the lady with the glasses is not amused again.
Look, she's with me.
She says yes, she's got her passport now, I'm afraid, so there's not much I can do, but I still don't like the way she stares at me. It's like she stares into people's souls.
Well, that is a shame, isn't it?
That's just the usual. You'll get used to it.
Yeah. Well, that is a shame, isn't it? Now let her through.
You'll go up to the 3rd desk. You've been gone for a good 5 or 6 days. Let's see what Derek's been doing.
Yeah, Derek, hi Derek. I want to run out to Derek and use my wand. See what happens.
Okay, so he rolled 2 good rolls. The others were average of that.
Oh, what has he made? Has he made anything?
Oh, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Good, isn't it? Oh.
I used my wand already. Before even saying hi. Or maybe I'll even go hi and then boom.
He got a 12, so he's fine. But he's smiling anyway. So you don't know if it's working or not.
It worked. I thing.
Hi, Derek.
Hello, good in it. Is this...
What's good?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Amy's upstairs.
Good. Come with us.
Have you made anything?
Oh, well, you told me not to make anything...
And you listened?
Well,
And you listened.
well, you told me not to make any more things that could be construed as living.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you make?
Well, I made a few swords,
Good.
and I made a cannon.
A cannon.
Yeah, it's like, do you know the little cannon that I gave my cat that made lightning and it changed the velocity of the gun so it made the bullet go quicker? I made a big one of those. It can make holes in things, that's good.
Wow.
You can make holes in things. That's good.
Congratulations.
You scare me more and more each day, Derek.
Oh my god.
And Rocky came and he was in peace.
Rocky?
Yeah, your proprietor from the
Oh, yeah.
Merchants Guild. And he said that everything was going really good. And Tarviel came as well.
Tarviel?
Tarviel Smith, he's the person who's allowed you to go up to the 4th disc. He
Oh,
is the
fourth family.
the third family.
Third family,
Yeah.
sorry, that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come up under
Yeah.
my
Oh,
record.
Yeah.
But I'm still fuck all to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ron missed Derek and is just gonna jump up to him.
More on to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to see you again. We'll put him on a drone.
No.
You should have seen that
come
coming.
on.
You should have seen that coming.
No. Derek, we've had talks about this. Get Ron off the drone now.
He likes the drone.
Don't care.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. Only for
Ron-
5 minutes.
Ron doesn't seem to care.
Only for 5 minutes.
So the
Derek.
drone is he's just on. He's going backwards and forwards.
No more than 5 minutes.
Oh, I wish I could have done Mittens out.
Where is Britain?
Oh, you know, doing cat things.
Like sleeping?
Well, no, they go out, don't they? And
No. They sleep all day.
oh, he's not doing cat things then.
God. Oh no.
Did I tell you guys that the cat's sort of spying for Amy and Mooney? Yeah.
No.
I don't remember if I did.
No.
Probably not.
I don't think my character would have.
Eventually Mittens does come in, and there's about 2 or 3 people following him. Oh yeah, he's got new friends. I don't know where they come from though.
But they're humans.
They seem to be following him, but on a closer look, they looked a bit zoned out.
Do you have free will?
Oh no.
God.
Has he like control person or something?
Oh yeah, I have that, so he can probably do that as well.
Oh my god.
A cat with control
Derek,
person. That's
Derek,
just will domination.
This is certainly doesn't sound like a good idea.
You need to sever your link with that thing.
No, well then he
Mittens
won't
the
be able to
boss.
think independently. Look, he's doing... well, I don't know what this is.
Oh, Derek.
You need to sever your link.
Meanwhile, the 3 people, one person has started to comb Mittens. One is trying to feed him looks like a sardine of some sort.
Sounds like an Egyptian cat.
World domination. Control person on a cat. Brilliant.
Cool.
You
You
see-
know about pyramids.
Look, they seem happy. They're smiling.
Mittens, we just killed a bunch of people for slavery.
Mittens doesn't give a shit.
Plant roll intimidation.
Roll intimidation. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that's not too bad.
Worse than that.
That's a non-natural 20.
Oh god. Okay, so he rolled well, total of 15. So you got a natural 20. So he's somewhat intimidated, but not completely. So he is caught off guard, but I think he kind of knows that you don't necessarily mean it, but there is, he does know it's not an empty threat, basically. You won't kill him, but something bad may happen, basically.
Cut his tail off.
So, I don't know, can cats roll their eyes? He'll roll his
They can
eyes.
kind of give a glare of.
Yeah, he'll roll his eyes, and then he'll lift up his paw, and like it looks like his like digits move slightly, and then three people just go, "Oh, what are we doing here, Bob? There's no gym."
Want to buy some swords through the recent troubles in the lands of Finrazda?
No, I just need a fucking drink. The two of them will start walking out.
What about a dagger? To protect yourselves.
Bye.
Special deal!
Garfield, if you were mind controlled by a cat, would you want to buy any weapons afterwards?
Yeah. Yes, I would. To kill the fucker.
They probably know that a cat mind controlled them somehow.
Meanwhile, Amy's up on the landing watching all of this, and she says, "I find this very entertaining."
Yes, Violet. Hi.
Hello.
This is your first time in my shop.
Ponzi.
With you here, yes.
Oh.
Ponzi and Amy, I just pull out the book, diary, the note, pile it up and go, here you go.
Should we do this in the side room, quiet, where it's not on the shop floor?
She's watching from upstairs.
I mean, yes, she is, but let's go into one of the other rooms.
She says, Amy says there is a reason why I've come here with that Mooney, she says. And she says,
His girlfriend.
yes, the girlfriend.
Now roll my eyes.
As the DM, I really want to go up to you as Viola, just go, you're going to get that mad puss, aren't you? But she would never say anything like that.
Be counterproductive, I'd be tired instantaneously if I fell a check.
She'll say, while you were away, she says,
When did she take
Yeah,
a
I'm
smoke?
smoking.
she's always been spoken.
Amy.
Yeah?
She? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't you notice?
Oh.
First meet up, she was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
You're
Now
not
I
working for
remember.
Master.
On a long
Get
stick,
my
she was
bottle.
using one of their fancy stick cigarettes. So.
Huh.
She's got one of the Cruella de
The
Vil.
Cruella de Vil ones. Yeah.
So while you were away, I did some things.
What things?
And she'll click her fingers, and some stairs discern into the floor, and she goes, "Ta-da! I moved my base underneath your shop. I hope that's okay."
You're paying half the rent.
Nah, you're alright, she says. I already pay you enough as it is. And
No,
she'll
no,
start
no, no,
walking
no,
down the
no.
stairs.
This is my property. You're paying rent.
She's literally halfway down the stairs.
I don't care.
Hey, wait, would you like to try my herbal blend of smoking? It's probably a lot nicer and better.
And she'll say, "No, your competition, tough shit," she says.
Kira's gonna be gobsmacked.
Competition. It's really nice. You'd like it.
Why would you say no? I'm just trying to be nice.
Just get down the bloody stairs, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, fellow.
Yeah, likewise.
Didn't Nicky Cox hate it?
Yeah,
It's a work in progress.
Literally.
but
Getting
it's been
there.
a few weeks since then, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm only gonna try
5,
working on
6
it in
days.
Finrasta.
So you'll go down the stairs. It's a similar setup to the one that I said, which was underneath. So like there's 3 doors.
I saw this, yeah. She came up to me.
Yeah,
No,
3.
you haven't. This is your first time. Oh.
You've seen her come up the stairs. We haven't
Yeah.
been down before. So one on the first right is the computer room. One on the left, it looks like there is a door there, but it's been started open, and you've asked about this, but she didn't answer. And then the one on the furthest right then is like her desk area. So there's like a bed, table, sort of like general stuff in there. But it's, like I said, it's all white. It's white tiles essentially everywhere. Very, very clinical, very hospital feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And she'll say, so the reason why I brought you down here in the first place is so that we can't be spied on while we do this sort of stuff.
Why would someone spy on her?
Well, she says, I already know the Mooney is highly interested in whatever you find. And she
I've totally done that as well.
and she says, but she thinks that Mittens is sort of like spying on for both of us, but I got him as a double agent.
Well, Mittens is a double agent.
Yes, he's spying on Mooney for me as well.
Oh my
Who
god.
else is he spying on?
Generally, everyone in Finrasda.
Oops, my bad. Should have mentioned that.
The cat is far more useful than Derek, actually.
Oh, wow.
Derek comes in the moment and said, yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Oh, God.
How was dog? Oh my god, how was dog? It was my first field test.
Fucking annoying.
It was a great chair.
He stayed. He was very good. We told him to stay and he stayed. He was a good dog.
Oh, yeah. Did he gain any sentience at all while he was with you?
I do not know.
Why didn't you ask dog?
Dog, how did you go? I am dog. No, it's not. It's not working.
I was on his back. I was on his back for 20 hours and didn't give a crap.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be
What did he
working.
I know Ron likes him.
Dogs normally crap in that.
Ron seems to be getting along with dog.
Oh, God.
Oh, how am I gonna do this? It's not a dog. It's. The dog goes, I am a tool. Yes, you're a tool.
This is your best creation yet, Derek. To be honest.
Amy goes, well,
I
I
disagree.
disagree. She
This
says,
thing is
I
huge.
disagree.
How is it even getting into the buildings if it's essentially the size of a direwolf? It's huge.
it's probably 4 or 5 feet tall. So yeah, it's not. It's the same size as a human. Essentially, he's medium sized.
It's a small direwolf.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
baby direwolf.
You're the baby doggo.
You go right. Okay, so notes first.
It's taller than me.
And she
Yeah.
will say,
3 foot and a foot.
The diary, please, and
That
some
was
photos
big.
as well.
and she'll
pouch of notes as well. Here you
yeah.
go. Have fun.
she'll go through one note at a time, and she'll say, it's research notes actually.
Good. Okay. What are they researching?
Remember I said that there was some sort of project they were working on, 2 or 3 projects.
Okay.
The Seymour project.
Not the Seymour project. Remember there was this woman called Rose and her husband called Klaus or something, and they were working on a couple of projects.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned one of them. It was something called the space program.
Yes.
Well, there's more notes on that. She says it's all very interesting. I mean, I already know the gist of it. They just got 50 people and put them in the air somewhere.
Wow.
Seems very interesting.
Yeah. I want to do that. That sounds fun.
No, you die.
Oh, but
I mean, you can go in the air if you like, but if you go any further than the clouds, you may get some repercussions.
it sounds less fun now.
Yes.
Repercussions. What I have.
Well, the atmosphere gets thinner, and then eventually there's no oxygen, no air. You won't be able to breathe.
That's what keeps it all in.
The atmosphere, gravity. I don't know. The DM does stuff.
Shut up, Tish. Again, that's why we avoid it.
Amy knows. Amy knows.
Yeah.
She's smarter than me.
And now for part 1 of the more interesting items we found. I show where the 2.
And she says, I don't know, the diary's
Roses.
quite interesting.
Then tell us.
It seems to be Rose's personal diary.
Ah, right.
Well,
Is which person in the photos is Rose?
The
Small
mother,
one,
I
the mother.
believe.
The mother.
The red-headed woman, yes.
I remember her, though, don't I?
Maybe? I don't know.
From the vision. Well,
You saw a woman with red hair
Yeah.
in the visions. They look very similar. Maybe a little bit off. It's not like 100% a match.
Cool.
She'll go, yes. Yes, so her personal diaries. It's all more like things like Are you doing your dice thing again?
No.
What do you mean?
So I've got it on stream. I'll watch you next. I'll watch you.
Okay.
So
Watching.
so
I find it very tranquil.
okay. So she'll say it's more like personal stuff really. It talks about her day, people that she's seen and met.
Okay, what about the juicy bits? Like the bits.
Does it mention her daughter?
Later in the diary starts off with around about the time that she's working on the projects that she's working on, and she's sort of like skimming through it. She'll say it'll take me a couple of days to read through it, but she's like trying to quickly
It
skim
might
through
be
it.
useful information that the royal capital were after these things. They were.
We
had to kill
They were at the location we found them.
we already knew that. Wait, you killed people?
No. They
Yeah.
got in our way.
Not really.
About 9.
They were in the way.
No, they weren't.
They were. They were trying to get what we wanted, so they had to die.
That's not really in the way. That's a different
They were
word.
cleaning
What was
out
that?
the house inside the
Um,
portal.
I
She'll
don't know.
close the diary at this point and she'll say, "This is probably important, and I should mention it. Killing people is bad."
Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I've
my
made a
job.
living. Well, I've made a living out of it before.
It is my living.
He started it.
Well, she looks a bit.
But
not just highly distressed, but a bit saddened. By
we
this.
did get rid of the fire that we started, so that's something.
You started a fire.
But we got rid of it, so that's okay. They didn't want any more help, so that was nice. I think that was good.
She looks blankly for a moment. She'll go, "Right, okay, you get the job done." So
Yeah, we do. Are you paying rent yet?
anyway, she says, "Anything more in the diary?"
Mention the daughter's name at all?
No, I think Jules mentioned the name. Not seeing the name in the diary per se, but wasn't her name Aura or Ara or something like that?
I can't remember.
I can't remember that.
I wouldn't know either, so don't look at me.
I don't remember myself. We had to use a combination of magics just to get the centaur to talk somewhat. It's very difficult. Anyway, anything else?
Not me.
These magic roses.
She'll look at the roses and she'll go, she'll put it back across the table and she'll go, "I don't want this."
I don't
What are
want
they?
these.
What?
What are
I
they?
don't
I don't even want them. They're very pretty.
She says that they, thank God we're in this, well, I think even the gods would be able to see us in this room. That seems to be some sort of divine mana battery.
Oh.
What?
And how would we use this?
Well, like all batteries, you use
Why
the
was
energy used it and then you refill it, but we don't have...
Is this why I was unable to work out what kind of magic it was?
Possibly. You try to read it.
Yeah.
You didn't die.
No, look at it. It's pretty.
Yes,
I mean,
it's
there are some very
pretty.
pretty things that kill you. So, well, but I didn't know that it could kill
Well,
you.
if you settle it off a little bit, it'd probably explode.
Wow.
Oh, great. So we've been carrying a bomb around with us.
Wow.
Well, if you mess with it magically, yes. Carrying it around
Fantastic.
physically would
What
be
about
fine.
this?
Why would
scroll?
they be in Rose's house?
That.
She likes roses. It seems to be sort of theme running through this.
Explosive roses?
I don't know, she says. This
What
is
about
all
this-
very confusing.
What about this spell scroll that you're so wanting?
Oh, you did mention a spell scroll, she says. What level is it?
You tell me.
It's an old common. Can't tell.
Yes, Old Common. A spell scroll in Old Common. At this moment, she seems quite excited. And she'll say, okay, she'll open it up and she'll go, she reads it for a minute and then her jaw slowly starts to go agape slightly and she'll be like, "Oh my god."
That good is it?
And it is.
It seems like some sort of crude workings for a miracle.
What type of miracle?
essentially, she says, it's a combination of divine, technological, and magical glyphs of some sorts. The result would be you'd be able to make artificial energy of some sort.
Which is how those roses are now batteries, right?
So maybe the two interact with each other. I don't want to try it, she says.
Why wouldn't you want to try this? This is your thing, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not a fat.
No, don't eyes on my
I'm more
I'm just
interested.
getting a photo.
I'm more interested in.
Achieved it.
I'm more interested in the rifts and how they work, and
Yeah.
this is more
The other
power hungry, sort of like people could abuse this a lot. I just want knowledge. This sort of thing could.
So who were the people who were trying to get hold of it?
It was hidden away.
Who was hidden?
For good reason, she says.
I'll bet.
And it's a good thing that I put us in this room. Because if Mooney saw this, we would have problems.
Why would we have
And
problems?
she is essentially a manufacturer as well.
Yes.
She is, yeah.
But imagine if she learned how to use this spell.
Is that what they use that spell to help create her, possibly?
No, because she herself is not divine. She is just a mana conduit. She's not. She
flows through her. doesn't
She takes
stay
it from the
in-
atmosphere.
Yeah.
So
It
she
doesn't
instead of
s-
using her internal resources, she still has internal resources, but she just uses the resources around her plane wise.
You mentioned the most powerful spell that most people can cast is of 7th level. Would this be a higher one than that?
I'd say
This is probably even above level 9, she says. This is probably level
Oh, wow.
10, level 11.
oh boy, we're into the gods now.
Didn't know they existed.
That's godly magics.
How do you think the gods created the world?
On the
I just said and say to him,
Did-
online level magic.
Where would they get
did-
that
did
from?
I
Like,
see that?
who, what, and how you did that to yourself?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Well, this makes more sense.
satisfying, but it's older than that.
Yeah.
So I did discern the 3 names of the projects, but like I said, I only got the names, the information from the black disc, the black pen that you found earlier.
Yes.
It was very, but I've looked into it more. I've got free time on my hands.
Yeah, we know.
So I know most about the space project. That in itself is self-explanatory at this point. But the other 2 projects were the Escape Project, which seemed to have something to do with moving from planes.
Oh, so planes walking.
Essentially, well, if you call it that.
What would you call it?
Going from plane to plane, tainted magic, that's what I'd call.
Well, I've done that.
Plane shifting.
Yes, through rifts, which shouldn't be happening in the first
Exactly,
place.
which is essentially the thing. The thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you could say that this is someone doing this, maybe, or maybe it's an aftershock after a big event. That's why we need more information. We don't know what's happened.
If you wanted more information about the rifts, a lot of what was inside was very dense and could not be moved, even the flowers and
Yeah, it
plant
was.
life.
There was magic everywhere.
From what I have discerned, the rifts essentially, they drop things into this plane, and if something's too big to be dropped out of the rift will have some sort of effect, like for example the one that you saw where it warped the area around it, and literally it can't expel what's in it, and whatever's in it, you could say is a combination of time magic, so it can't match our plane time.
Sure.
So it gets distilled, and because it's so dense, things are heavier. So that's the conclusion that I can draw from it. It's a combination of time magic and dense. It can't match the plane, basically.
Well, we didn't find any seekers.
Hmm?
We didn't find any seekers. That was the plan, so it must be
But we got more information, and it looks like we got something far more dangerous than we were expecting.
Will you?
The roses, the batteries, the spell. I don't know what to do with this.
There was also a attempted automaton in the basement.
Yeah, that.
And at this point, Derek goes, "Oh, friends?
No.
Friends.
No.
Friends are nice.
Show Derek what you found.
Did I pick it up?
The sword.
The sword, yes. The
Yes.
mechanical sword, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
If I must. Bag of holding.
You'll go, oh, you'll pick it up and you'll go, oh, I do the sword like glass, oh." It's a sword.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I mean,
Congratulations.
I won't use it.
No, good.
No, you sort of hand it back to you.
Wasn't the basement also very similar to how Amy's?
No,
white,
it was
white everywhere.
it was wooden.
Wooden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your average basement, basically.
Yeah. So no, nothing out of the order.
Other than the automaton and the
Yeah.
diary and all the other shit,
Oh,
basically.
Yeah, no, there was an automaton.
I found one of the roses in one of the bedrooms in the servants' quarters, I think.
Why would a servant need a mana battery?
I don't know. And the other one we found by the automaton.
By the automaton?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
But
Were
They
they
were trying to give it life.
the automaton
Were they
was,
trying to... Well, basically what this guy's doing, right? Derek goes, "There's another person like me."
No. You're
It's
the only one.
you.
Ah,
There could be only one.
No.
Until you
And
find
we
yourself
could
another one.
if there was another one of me, we could have talked and be friends.
We could have.
We just need the one of you.
We like you, Derek. We don't want another one.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
You just need to mirror it and chop off another piece.
You're
One
unique,
is
Derek.
One is enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would.
You
Well-
have us.
And you sort of at that you'll say, "Yeah, I do, don't I?"
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
nothing.
Good.
And she'll go, Amy will go, "Right, this is all nice and, supporting, the,
Things or the toys that you like.
supporting the,
It's a bit of then yours.
supporting the automaton in his individuality is great and all that stuff. What are we gonna... She'll say, "I can keep the scroll and the roses down here so they won't be detected."
Okay.
But
I can't leave them unguarded.
Then get something to guard them.
Ron can guard.
Mittens!
Ron would
The
be
door,
very
the
good
door,
at guarding.
the door's closed on itself and Mittens didn't come down.
I don't think having a construct next to something which uses energy is a good idea.
I agree.
Ron would be good at guarding, I think. As long as you feed him chicken.
Well, what have you got that could guard this?
But your husband.
Yeah, what about him? Where is he?
Oh, him, he's out having a drink or something, I don't know.
Of course he is. I bet he loves it here at Finmaster.
He does, actually. He
Yeah,
seems
he
a bit
get
more happy.
pissed.
No, he can't. I mean, he literally can't.
Some nasty spell he put on him.
And it wasn't me, it's his ability.
Is he, oh,
It's a shame, really.
really?
No.
Really? No. Okay.
I don't have to deal with it.
So what's next on the agenda? We still
So
searching
you
for
went to the
secrets?
rift, you didn't find the Seekers.
Mm-hmm.
However, we did get more information.
We don't even know if these people are even alive anymore.
Well, the Seekers,
No, this Rose and Klaus and their daughter.
we don't even know if they're from this plane or even this existence all this time. If we actually knew that information, things would be a bit more smoother. And we're getting a lot of information about them, so I conclude they have something to do with the rifts.
Then find out.
Hmm?
Then find out. Get reading.
Yes, I will read, and you will find that
Shall
that
we
is
do
the job
what-
role.
What if you
what
told
the
us
plan
to
was?
read it too? That would be useful, wouldn't it?
Oh,
So that we're not bringing you back the same shit every time.
It will take a while, she says. It's not something you can learn in a day. It took me many years. And then at that moment she goes, but I could use my archive to do it. But I've never tried to pass information from myself to another person through
Well,
archive.
I still have your
before.
mini-me, so if we need you, we can always call you someone.
What are you going to try and do with the archive thing?
I mean, I wouldn't try it on something living, she says, and she looks over to Derek.
Not Derek. The dog, yes.
So you want
Oh,
you want to teach the dog a new language.
He is a tool.
Yes, but he doesn't speak anything.
He knows common. He says, I am dog.
That's the extent of his, vocabulary.
Yeah, his vocabulary is I am dog, I am a tool.
Woof woof.
No, so maybe you can teach it current common so that it can at least see if it works first. In a language we all know.
I'm willing for you to experiment this thing on me. I don't mind.
Of course you are. Anything for a woman's touch.
Wow.
She's like twice my age.
So?
Probably 3 times.
Some teenage boys are into that.
I
Yes,
think
they are.
she has told you her.
You
Well,
call that a cougar,
you've
don't
got
you?
an estimate of her age. She's at least 250 years old.
That's 100
Oh, there,
years
she's
old. That's 100 years older than me.
230 years older than me.
You young.
Oh, but
You
age is a weird
dog,
thing in
you.
D&D.
Sorry?
Age in D&D is a weird thing, so they might as well.
Get that MILF.
I don't see it now.
Doing a popper like on his stand to get a little
I don't know what to say. She says, do you want me to upload this information to Derek?
Do what, sorry?
Upload this information to Derek?
All of it?
No, just the old common.
Oh, right, yeah, good. I mean, he doesn't come with us all the time.
Yes, but I don't want to try it on something living. I mean, if we mess up Derek, at least he's still
Part of
more. Yes.
yeah, Moradin, so I guess it could handle it some way somehow.
Sounds dangerous.
It is.
Danger's my middle name.
I laugh in the face of
Essentially, what I am doing is I am forcing information into someone's brain.
Yeah.
Does he have a brain? No.
I'm an air elemental. I don't technically have a brain.
There you go, there's your
I-
answer then.
I just am in being, and I don't know how I work.
What would the consequences of this be?
Me and Garg are different from a different plane. It may work differently with us.
Yeah, what are the consequences
Well,
of
technically,
this?
Well, if I do it in someone living, they may become just a drooling mess because I might misplace the information. Like I said, I've never done this before.
How about we get Derek
Wouldn't
to
make
make
too much
something
difference
that's going to
myself.
specifically do this, and then you try it on that?
How far away is the nearest pub?
Oh
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's go and have a...
no! And then she'll turn to you. How is this different from what Mittens was doing earlier?
Ah, this is different because they're already a drooling mess.
Oh my god.
So what you're saying is, you come back from killing about 10 people, and now you want to abduct someone so we can do mind experiments on them.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's the only option we've got.
Oh.
Or we put it straight into one of us and one of us becomes a drooling mess.
Ooh! Wait, she says. No, that won't work.
Oh, do tell.
I have the ability to augment spells through my archive. I could, in theory, augment comprehend languages so it included Old Common, but I'm not sure how that would work. If it would even work. In theory, comprehend language should make you understand all written and verbal language, but for some reason it just doesn't work on Old Common.
It's like that thieves writing.
Thieves can't, essentially, yes.
It
but-
doesn't help us understand that or the druid.
So I've never tried to augment it before, but I don't think it'd work. And then I could put it in a spell scroll, but that's too simple.
I agree, it's far too simple. I
Yeah.
think the only option we've got here is, as you say, to try it on a live subject.
Should we find someone who wants to do this?
The drunks totally want to do this when you offer them a shit ton
But
of money.
that's when they're under the influence of.
Well, that's their problem, not ours.
Oh no.
They're a drain on society.
Why don't we just go around town first and see if someone wants to do it?
I really don't want to go around town going, hey,
Hey,
I want to put ancient and non-verbal language into your brain.
Well, we just put like we can just make a sign and we put it outside and just see if anyone gives us a call.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh God, why? She says, wait, don't sit down, for God's sakes.
I've started leaving.
No, please come back.
Like I said, I don't mind being the test subject.
Oh my
I do.
God.
We need to try it on someone who isn't us first. Let's get
Why?
it done.
Why not try it on us? If he's willing, it's his body.
Fine. If you're a drooling mess after it, it's not my problem. I'm looking after you.
Like I said, I'd rather try it on Derek because there's less repercussions.
I'd rather you didn't try it on Derek.
No, don't do it to Derek. We like
I love Derek too much.
Oh. Oh.
And if you did it to him, Mooney will have something to say about it. So you do it to him, you fuck it up, you got her to deal with too.
Oh. And I will be sad.
You might even fix me
What, you're not broke?
if I get broke.
Alright, that.
In a 1v1 match, she says,
Mooney will win.
Well, if you can't be aggressive with any spells, then you automatically lose, right?
no, there are ways.
Others to fight for her.
No,
What?
no. Normally she would win, however I can augment spells and compile effects. So I've got significantly less resources than her, but I can cast way more powerful spells than her. So if it was a battle of attrition, she would win. But in a straight up battle, the first couple of minutes I'll probably have the advantage, she says.
I could tap into my latent divine energy while you do it and see if that helps.
No, archive isn't divine, it's just something that I know, it's an innate ability. It's more arcane in nature.
Fine, try it on him. Do it.
Okay, very well, she says. I mean,
Is there anything I can do to make this safer?
Give him milk of the poppy.
pray.
Basically, no.
Out of character, oh god. Character, okay.
Right. If something does go wrong, get me to use this deck of cards.
Why?
This was given to me by the lady from
Oh
Fate's,
god.
from Fate's Realm.
Okay.
It's like the game you played.
I know.
So if I do turn into a drawing mess and I am an unintelligent being, maybe you can find another test subject who doesn't mind gambling.
Oh, but
Oh, and gain intelligence by stealing it from.
aren't you really young to be doing something as dangerous as this?
My family could be dead.
No, that's not a reason
I'm
to
out of
risk
my
your
depth.
life.
We could try it on the dog. I mean, if you're not going to let me do it to Derek, at least we'll try it on the dog.
Oh my god. No matter what, none of this is easy.
Nope.
We could do it to the dragon.
No! No!
No.
No!
She's
no.
a bad parent. She's not that bad a parent.
No!
That will drive her to the vodka.
No!
That is to the
Oh, well, we'll drive it to the toad.
Back to the toad. Get me a toad pronto.
Oh, fine, she says. If you could sit in this chair, and she'll put a chair in front of her and she'll go, yes, just sit in the chair and we'll see what
Oh
happens.
my god.
Fingers crossed, guys.
Have we got a backup character?
Only intelligence to cast spells with talk.
Quick, roll your stats.
Oh dear, she says. Oh dear.
Do you need a pencil or
Well, I am somewhat an expert on my magic, so I do have some knowledge.
Hope so.
Great.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I could avoid not making you. At least you'd be able to think. You won't be a potato. How do you feel about being paralysed?
That's a win-win situation.
There are fixes for that.
No, there's not.
Yeah, you can cast the fly spell on himself and just fly around everywhere.
And it only lasts 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
You could take me to somewhere that's great
Well,
restoration.
you can tape him to the dog. Just get some duct tape. And
You
just
could use me as a club.
I am dog. I am wheelchair. Well, the thing,
Okay, we do it.
at least you'll be able to run 60 feet instead of 30
This
now.
is-
This is possible.
Why am I up front of a spellcaster? How is it? You dumb fuck! Yeah?
I want this to happen now.
Okay, so I want you to roll a con and intelligence roll, and she will roll a con and intelligence roll.
Redefining why con is a really bloody important stat.
I appreciate
Yeah.
some. Oh, his guidance for saving throws is not, is it?
Right, but bless this. Bless.
Is it a check or a saving throw?
Bless.
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Bless.
Bless.
Are you blessing her?
Bless up.
Him. He's making the saving throw.
Yeah, she's doing the spell as well, though.
Bless up.
Is she needing saves?
Um,
Because if so, it can affect her as well.
yeah, she'll take it.
Much better, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I do have protection from energy, but I think that would just risk messing with what's
Oh,
gonna
God.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna. I think that would be risky. Would it be risky for me to use protection from? Yeah. I just thought I'd quickly RP that
Roll
one.
really, really high. Like, really.
Like, let's put it this way: one was decent, the other.
Like, roll. Oh no.
That's my
no.
constitution. It's
Oh.
plus 8. So it's 18.
Okay,
Okay, that's good.
Alright.
That's
we
alright.
We can live with
And
that.
we could live with 18. That's pretty good. That's higher than hers.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
But she rolled a 16 and a 3.
So is she the drooling nest?
No. So her
why was it
intelligence. No,
crit
her
failed?
intelligence. Her intelligence is 21, so in theory she can do the spell. But her constitution means that it's going to be difficult for her, as in like it's going to take some time.
That's fine.
But you rolled perfectly well. So let's just say
With
you've
everything, it's 27.
okay. You've got a high tolerance to pain. Let's put it that way.
Feels
I
so
come from the
good.
shadow farm. Edge.
It goes.
Nice.
You're there for a good 5 minutes, and the pain goes from slight electrocution,
Go.
brain freeze,
Oh my goodness.
migraine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I like how you. Oh, Jesus Christ, on the migraine. It's like electrocution, like PC, and that's fine. The migraine, though.
Migraines are horrible though.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
me too.
I know, I suffer from them on a regular basis.
I'll close
Damn.
myself in a dark room and hope for the best for migraine.
Yeah, I would actually rather electric shocks as opposed
Yeah.
to migraines.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Continue.
After 5 minutes, she'll let go, and then she'll sort of like kneel down to you while you're in the chair. Let's just say at this point you're fairly exhausted, and she'll try and speak Old Common to you, and you can understand her
What does it
Wow.
sound like?
English.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yay.
Wow.
Okay. I can understand you. Am I speaking it to you at the moment?
Yes, you should be able to differentiate between common and old common.
Well, my brain's just been fried, so
Oh yeah,
I
okay.
can just distinguish what it would be.
Yeah, true.
You also know randomly how to make a good Manhattan for some reason.
Huh.
Let's just say for the same reason she also put various other bits of information in your head while she was there.
I'll try.
Oh.
I'll try speaking Celestial Infernal. See if I have
the ability to
Yeah.
still talk then.
Yeah.
So you've gained the language.
He's killed Old Common, basically.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's useful.
Maybe we should try it on one.
And
How
she-
do you mean?
and
Yeah,
she-
I want it.
Can I look at those notes?
Oh, can I though?
Yeah, my Viola.
No.
Just say sure, and she'll pass it over to you. You gotta squint somewhat, but you can after a while understand it, if that makes sense.
So it takes a second.
It takes you a second to go.
So I'm like
Oh, yeah.
dyslexic.
It's like see dog run, dog run. It's sort of like that. You're learning English for the first time, basically.
Wow.
But you can see the words, basically.
Wow. I want to try it.
She's like, no, not again.
Yeah, that was.
You don't have to go through it
I had to
again.
go in the dark. I'm gonna cast darkness on myself.
The whole room is covered in darkness.
Great, thanks. Well, now I can't see.
I have
None of
my,
us can see.
I have my cape.
I'm
It's a magical
specifically not
darkness.
doing the sorcery point one because I can see through that one.
Okay.
It's a magical
In the
darkness.
darkness.
Oh shit. Shit.
What? What?
You cast a very high level spell then, didn't you?
No, darkness. The darkness doesn't actually take hold
Oh.
It dissipates straight away.
into one of the roses.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck off, Bella. Hit the bed.
And she goes,
Didn't work out as planned.
we don't want to cast spells around these.
But what you just did was a spell. Why didn't they?
I didn't do a spell. I
Careful,
used
they
an
explode.
arcanic latent ability. That's different. It didn't use any
So
resources.
did Mobless actually do anything?
That seemed to be unaffected.
Okay.
Wow, careful, they explode.
Because you're... No, he's celestial as well.
No, he's shadow.
Shadow sorcerer.
Yeah, no, but
No,
he himself is celestial.
HMR. We're out of character for that,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What did they do?
They seem to absorb the arcana of the
Did the
spell.
rose get darker, or did it say the same?
Yes, you've got an edgy rose now. No,
It's Spider-Man.
it's got extra thorns and shit.
It's like the shade. It's the shade.
Its parents are dead.
Wow.
Spider-Man 3 The Rose.
It's a little dark.
No venom to those.
Yeah.
Like a turd rolling in the wind.
Well, how about we don't?
Have a chicken chase.
How about we don't do that again?
I
I don't know how you feel after it, but
So,
Will it last forever?
I don't know, she says. This is, like I said, first time for everything. Congratulations. Oh, wait, she says, try and stand up. Yeah, you get it fine.
Ah.
And she goes, well,
I fall forward.
I mean,
Pretty badly.
it-
There's something you from face farming.
I mean, even if he needs a cane to walk, at least he can still walk. Merry Christmas.
I can make you.
Thank you very much.
I can make you some good games. Some with guns in them.
It's always with the guns.
I'm kind of trying to get up and do some squats.
Well, until you find a better weapon,
He's compensating for stuff.
what am I compensating for?
Oh, nothing. Just stuff.
Don't forget what she's seen.
Ow.
I mean, to be fair, you were a gnome. Also coming from a halfling, so.
Exactly. There you go.
She goes, I don't really have a lot of experience with what you're talking about.
Oh,
It's a bit...
gross.
Yeah, she says.
Yeah, guns are gross.
I know, that's all, yeah, we both talk, yeah, guns, sure, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going off too early.
Oh, he never does that. Takes too goddamn long.
Are we finished there?
You are.
Yeah, like he's like, are we finished? Please stop. Yeah, so she says, so you didn't we found information, which is good, but we need to still find the Seekers.
Correct.
Okay, any leads?
They said the Feywild.
Yeah, the Feywells or the Shadowfells are the next bet.
Okay. Well, what was happening up with the dwarves? What's going on with that?
Oh, with
Any
the,
news?
I don't. I only know we have not a lot of information about the doors because they live up in the mountains. But from what I only know what's being told in the news. Essentially, a small town has been completely wiped out, basically.
The secret's up there.
Um.
Have they ever been up there?
There was the potential of Flint being towards. I think that's mentioned.
No, I believe his name was Lauren.
Oh, it was a seeker with the.
So, yes.
Yeah.
But that was an alternate reality, so we can't really guarantee
Oh, yeah.
that that's the case here. So much confusing information. It's like a poorly written
I
fan
can't remember if
fiction.
you told us about your ceremony thing.
Sorry?
What about my ceremony
Have you
thing?
told everyone about your
What
ceremony?
ceremony?
What ceremony thing?
The Etherius thing.
It doesn't narrow it down.
Where they called you to the Elfish City.
Oh, well, I told you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, so I suppose we could use that invitation as an excuse to get close to the elves and then somehow get to the Feywilds.
Yeah, alright.
There's also a quest if you want to make some easy cash.
Four quests.
The one I mentioned before, the gold.
The one looking for your parents.
No. There's some kidnapped people. You have no idea what to do with my parents. You never asked the question at all. I worded it perfectly.
I know you have, yeah.
No, didn't you say before it was some exotic animal was captured or something?
I said like exotic. I think I said exotic people or goods, something like that.
Well, where have the kidnapped people gone?
That was just summer in the Feywild.
Great, so there's fuck all to go on.
I think there was 5,000 gold of water and a magic island.
5,000 to the Feywilds? No.
We're getting there anyway.
We are.
And I've just, he's just spent 10,000 and I've spent 2,000.
2 birds, 1 stone. Fine.
3 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, do you need money? She'll say.
Yeah, we need money.
No, she'll just click her fingers and about 2 platinum appears on the table. There you go.
Thank you.
No, it's for the group, she says.
I know, I'm checking it's real.
She'll roll her eyes.
Like 20 gold.
Not 20 platinum. No, 2 platinum isn't 20 gold, is it? I thought it was 100 gold each.
100.
That was 100 gold each. That's right.
Yeah.
Alright. I thought it was 10 gold per platinum.
Yeah, we need money.
We don't need money.
Just gave us money.
I know.
That's room and board.
She'll click her fingers again and she'll click her fingers again and this time another 8 platinum appears on the table. There you go, enjoy yourself.
Is that actually yours you creating that?
Oh no, I don't make them out of thin air, she says.
Where'd you get them from?
My bank account.
Bank account?
Yes, I got a little, it's a thing with hobgoblins. It's a bit too complicated.
You're
to
super
explain.
secret and yet you've somehow got money.
I think I've already explained this to you. I used to work in the Royal Capital. I was paid a lump sum there. But on top of that as well, when my parents died during the war 250 years
She also
ago,
talked about an inheritance.
we figured out who my parents were based off descriptions and who was missing at the time. When I was old enough, I went back to the Elven city, and they gave me my land and my inheritance basically. My family were apparently one of the old 50. I think I've already explained this as well.
Yeah, you said 50 noble.
There's 50 noble families at the
You
top,
choose
and
4 from 4.
5. Every so often, Aetherius or her brother, the angel, picks someone as a maiden, and then that family's upgraded to one of the 5.
Yeah.
So there's 50 and then 5.
Okay.
So yeah, she says, I guess we could just, we can go whenever we're ready, I suppose. I assumed we were going to go anyway, so I have made some preparations.
Okay, what?
Well, the only thing I've made some preparations for myself. I'm not sure about you guys, but...
What preparations have you made for you, and would you recommend that we do it as well?
So, you know Harold's room?
Yes.
His ability room.
Harold.
Yeah, well, we're in it right now.
The
We've
dwarf.
all, so, I worked with him on my ability archive and his ability room and my spells of augmentation and all this other stuff. Through a number of years in experimentation, we were able to make cubes that turn into rooms.
Okay.
This doesn't help you in the slightest. But long story short, she says, I would like one of you to carry a cube with...
Why?
Because I'll be going with you in the cube.
Okay.
You're in the cube.
Yes.
Okay.
What if the cube gets squashed or destroyed?
Oh, it's indestructible.
Challenge accepted.
Do I not have
That is it made of metal?
She hasn't actually shown you one of these cubes
Okay,
yet.
can we see it?
She clicked her finger in her hands. It looks like, do you know the white tiles?
Is it like a Pokeball?
It's like
Can
a
we
white
throw it
tile
and then it just comes
square.
out?
Okay.
Hmm?
So it's ceramic. Sorry.
Is it like a Pokeball? Can we just throw it and it should pop out?
Go, Viola.
Oh no, she says I can change the... Well, with the combination of me and Harold can change the dimensions of the room and what's in the room, essentially.
Wow.
What happens if one of you dies?
What, while in the room?
Yep.
There'll be a corpse in the room.
But that means the other is stuck.
No. It takes the combination of both of us to change the dimensions of the room. Doesn't necessarily we need both of us to get in and out of the room.
Okay.
Like I've invited you into this room. What are you doing?
Picking up the cube.
He said it was indestructible.
I believe so. I haven't done tests on it.
Into my pockets.
Let's try-
If this
let's
is going to
test it
start,
then.
I'm just going to go to my room and read my book.
Into my bag it goes.
Let's test it then.
No, I need that, she says.
But you told us to take it.
She needs
When
to be
I'm ready
inside
to
it.
go in it.
Essentially, he's just playing Ant-Man.
Give it back, please.
It's really cool, actually.
Start looking through my bag.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
Let's see how long this takes me.
It's
I know I find it instantly. Rolling that 20.
Okay, she
a bag of holding, isn't it?
No.
What bag is it?
A regular bag, it's just full of lots of stuff.
Oh, well, you only just put it in there, so...
You'd be surprised how quickly stuff falls in my bag.
So, she says, I've got about 2 or 3 of these, but one is here, obviously, that we're currently in. So I'll use 2. And this is one, and she got her fingers, and this is the other one.
Cool.
What we're going to do is, while you guys are walking across the poison bridge, we will be safely in this box. By we, I mean me and Harold.
Okay. Is Derek in there with you too?
He can come in if he likes.
Perfect.
Can run, fly. Kira.
To a certain degree.
Could he ferry us over the bridge?
No, he's not that big.
He's not that big.
He's barely bigger than her.
Okay, so...
We're not
here-
tiny.
So, how heavy is
Well,
that
small.
thing?
Well, the box, it's very light. She starts tossing
Okay.
it in the end.
What about with all of us in it?
It
Who's
doesn't.
going to take it?
I'm getting
Oh, I see what you're planning to do. You're trying to send it through mail or something. I don't think there's any mail carriers that would actually be willing to go through the poison bridge.
Pay them enough, they'll go.
No, they won't. I've been over there.
Pay them enough, they'll go.
I'd go.
One of us, exactly.
Yeah, I'm up
That's
for
also
going.
the other option.
It's awful.
It's my job to go to awful places.
Let me explain it this way, she says. Poison bridge are filled with devils, fiends, hags,
Oh, yeah, you-
fays.
Use fly.
Yeah.
And invisible.
Yeah. Use invisible.
I'd rather go than you guys have to go.
I'd go happily. Oh, not happily, but happily.
This is it's hell on earth, she says. It's
Yeah, I
not
know
really-
it is.
Why is it so bad?
She just mentioned fiends and devils.
But
Were
why
you not
don't?
told the stories of those things when you were younger?
He's from a different plane.
Pop quiz? Not from this realm.
Aren't they? Don't they appear in every realm because they have their own
Fiends and that, yes, but
Anyway, she says, on top of all that, there's poisonous gas that has been told to have its own mind.
Wow.
gas which can think.
Cool.
That's fine. No, that part's fine for me.
Is it flammable?
I don't know, she says.
I
I've only ever been across once, she said, and it was when I was much younger, and I had
Technically twice then to come the
yes,
come back.
but I had a Venya with me,
A Venia, wow, that's
so she
entertaining.
yes, it was a journey, but she obliterated everything. On top of all that, the gas is somewhat poisonous.
Is it flammable?
I don't know, she says.
Is it flammable?
I didn't try.
Is it
Yeah, you don't really try to throw fire at the gas that's slowly chasing you, do you? You run away.
I try something.
I flew over the gas, thankfully.
Oh yeah, can we just not fly there with Nikki?
I believe the broom only hovers. I don't think it'll go above about 5 feet.
Can we make it so that it does?
And how would it hold all of us?
It already does, don't ask other questions.
It holds most of you. It wouldn't hold Derek.
That's why Derek's going in the cube. That's why we've got the cubes now. Thank you.
So you want to spend 2 to 3 weeks on a broom with Nikki Cox.
Sounds like fun.
If it's the only option. Or teleport us there.
I don't think she could take
I
us that far.
thought-
Fey magic is weird. We could end up anywhere.
Well,
No,
on
to
top-
the poison bridge.
I could get you to it,
Right.
but not beyond it.
Okay. Is there anyone who could?
Get you across.
Yeah.
Yourselves.
No. Teleport.
Like I said,
We
Fey
could
magic's
do
weird. We could end up anywhere.
Just give me some time and I'll be able to eventually get us over. But we need to do some preparations anyway.
You need to find a way to not die from the poisonous gas.
That's the easy part.
Well,
There's literally a common magic item that says you can breathe any air as if it's perfectly normal air.
no, we just need to get some of those. Well, she says.
That doesn't even require attunement. I was looking it up. Yeah.
So all we need then is to get across and make sure we don't come across any demons, trolls, hags,
We've killed hags already.
fiends. The hags are the least worst, I think.
They'd be more powerful there.
It's fine.
We can take them.
Yeah, that.
I thought you didn't like violence.
Only when it's towards other people that could be nice. These people aren't nice.
Not even people.
What she said.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said.
That's the spirit. Get in with the murderers. It's positive
No.
thinking.
I'm not a murderer. I want to get rid of the bad things.
Didn't you kill like 10 people earlier?
Yes, she made the earth erupt 3 times around them.
I see. She looks at you.
They were gonna hurt my friends.
Thank you.
She'll just mouth to you, druids, the hypocrites.
Yeah, we're not talking about
It's like
Oh wait, she's saying no comment.
Yeah, sorry.
I just
Yeah.
realised that these could be
Yeah,
lovable
exactly.
like petals.
Come on, let us in. What do you say?
I'll say no common.
Which is no.
Fine, you don't know Gnomish.
You don't know Celestial.
Meh, cunt.
And Amy goes, I know both languages.
Ah, yeah.
I can even talk to the devils if we get there.
Hey!
How are you doing? I flew by you last night. Hey!
I'm gonna say I could speak Draconic in Draconic.
What?
Ron will go, I speak common.
Oh, so this is that.
It's Draconic like...
Huffling buddies, high five.
Draconic like very... Like, when you hear someone speak Draconic, you know it's Draconic. Just
Yes.
the way it
Yeah.
sounds.
It's
It's
guttural.
cultural harsh.
Rawr.
What does huffling sound like?
Apparently it sounds
Human
somewhat
but drunk.
musical.
Oh, musical. So it's Welsh.
Yeah, it's Welsh.
Oh, but how's it going?
I imagine
It's true though.
Infernal was
But I
very
guess
guttural
more
as
North
well.
Welsh.
But Celestial
I
is
can't do
very...
that.
No, apparently
Bombs.
Infernal is what elementals talk to each other, don't they? So it's more
That's
gravelly.
primordial, isn't it?
No, yeah, you're right. I don't know what Infernal would
Or
sound
Kira
like.
just be rawr.
Infernal's down
Infernal.
spots.
Maybe something.
The Celestial sound like song.
Infernal would be an exorcism. Would be like,
You need a death metal singer. Or even black metal.
I'd have a good time then.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what they're saying.
Well, in that case, I can understand that.
Yeah. That just happens naturally.
so, yes, so if we make preparations,
Yeah, let's do that.
and yeah, we'll meet back here when you're ready to go.
Warwick,
Cool.
you'll have to... if you're interested, you have to accept it because was gold only.
Ah.
The questing.
Well, I'm a gold, aren't I? No,
Thank
it's
you.
silver.
It's gold, yeah. So the only person
No,
who
because
can
I'm
do that.
found.
No, you've gotten a gold
Oh,
badge.
gold black.
You can. Well, no, you were given a gold badge. Remember? As the
So
first-
can I still do blacks?
Yes.
Some are gold black. Okay. Yeah.
Black.
Well, no, you've got
gold.
2 separate badges essentially.
Yeah. Some are gold black.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, okay.
Yeah. Start looking for the tools we need.
How long till nightfall?
And it's 2 weeks of journey, yeah.
When you get to the poison bridge, again, you know the poison bridge is about a week and a half. Say
So
10, 11
transpire
days.
more rations then, because
Yeah.
we've used a lot of rations.
She then thinks to herself, Ron eats a bucket of chicken a day.
At the moment.
That's going to be a problem.
Can get some dried out fish or something, ideally.
We could put them in the room. I mean,
Oh,
I don't want fermented
apparently-
fish in the room.
Apparently, Broden's wormlings do have berries and fruit as well.
How much is a bag of holding?
Lots.
Lots. Well, it's about 2,000, 3,000.
Okay, then how many buckets of chicken could we fit in a bag of holding?
Well,
They go
according
off.
to
They
the
go off, yeah.
according
They
to the
don't.
monster manual, apparently he can eat berries and fruit as well. So, and then
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of
How dare you.
non-perishable foods that we could take.
Isn't there a bag of holding which sort of protects meats?
Bagged or chilled, but I think it's a Pathfinder item.
I've never heard of that one before then.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
like a
make it a thing, can't you?
You can put corpses and shit in it. It's-
Oh, dude, I
Yeah.
want one. What?
Well,
if we kill
Around
anything to
mortuary.
some degree, maybe it's
Oh,
edible.
bring out your dead.
Ooh,
Not dead
hang on.
yet. Yeah, I guess so.
Been Oathbreaker Paladin.
Is there any spells anyone would like me to focus on having?
Well, we
she
got
says, "Do you know any
two
spells
aside.
that'd be able to cure stuff? As
Aye.
in, like, no, I mean like not cure as in diseases,
I've
but
heard
cure
of-
like meats and stuff.
I've heard of
Oh, like-
protection spells which protect you
I
from
have
poison.
purify food and drink.
So do I. I can purify food and
No,
drink.
I mean things like she goes, isn't there a paladin? Oh, I know it. There's a paladin spell which allows you to, if something's dead, you can.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
it.
paladin.
Yeah,
Spare the dying.
Oh, consecrate.
yeah.
Clerics also have that, so yes.
Oh,
What
now
level,
it's
what
Druids
level
have
is
that.
it?
No, clerics know all their spells, they just need to prepare
Yeah,
it.
what level is it?
Yeah, what level is it?
It's a level 1 spell.
The last one. Cool. Do you have
That's why it's so useful, because it's a
Well,
level 1 spell.
couldn't we constantly create some buckets of chicken and just?
I think like create food
So-
waters. I mean like.
Since I
Ceremony,
found out,
that's what it's called.
since I found out that
basic
Ron doesn't
stuff,
need
isn't it?
meat
Yeah.
and he likes berries, that is kind of nice.
If you, there's a spell
But he's
called,
allowed chicken.
there's a
once in
spell
while
called
still.
Goodberry, which is like a first level spell.
I don't know how many berries would equate to a bucket. Of chicken. A
Goodberry.
bucket of berries.
Goodberry is a spell which gives which
Derek,
creates
help me with
Goodberry,
this idea
which
I've got.
fills a
Yeah, okay,
persona
what's
for a full
that?
day.
Shotgun.
Hey Derek,
That's easy.
are you able to make food? Are you able to replicate nutrients?
Do you have protection from energy poison?
Yeah, protection from energy. I can get protection from poison.
I'm pretty sure, but that makes us immune to poison.
Oh, I already have. I also have detect poison and disease.
I think we'll see the poison.
Well, yeah, but that might be something else.
But yeah, I'm going to look for masks. For the masks, first of all. How much are those?
They're generic unachievable items. They're basically gas masks, aren't they?
Yeah, but magic.
Yeah,
So I would say about 400 gold each.
I'll plan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because tie.
Oh yeah, ceremony is an hour. Can't
So 400 gold each, times 5, that's 2k gold. Get one of those for everyone.
I know. So, ceremony. You can give them a D4 for 24 hours. You can make water holy water. You can restore their alignment.
It's one of these.
You can funerate. You can touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means.
No, never mind. Just not what I thought. They can still rot, basically.
And then you've got weddings. You can marry people for first level spell.
Well, they're not.
You can marry people.
No, it's a legitimate thing because clerics and paladins are also
Yeah.
pseudo priests of the world.
Yay.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Whoa.
Yeah, comes the
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a spell called Goodberry, which makes you produce good berries, which
Yeah, I'll be
feed you for a whole day.
I'll be sorting out my spells for
Oh,
this.
you could just Goodberry run.
But yeah, gas mask for everyone. Everyone has a gas mask.
Might
I'm
be-
going to call
might
it a
be
gas mask, but
like
it's a
that.
magic gas mask.
That's fine.
Yeah, so she goes, yeah, just
Well,
give
Ron
us,
need one of those.
yeah, good berry, you feed.
I'm in a gas
Yeah,
mask.
like protection from poison is good still in case we get poisoned.
Yeah.
You could put Ron in the room.
But it's you
Yeah,
have to cast
might
it every
have to.
every
It
It
hour.
might be better.
I can.
I've been
cast
thinking that it might
cure
not even be best
poison.
to have him there properly.
Yeah, but we just take a week.
Yeah, it might be better
go
to have him in
over
a
that
box.
And we're going to be constantly filthy.
Nobody but me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Corner.
I've got 5 first level spells a day.
Yeah, that might be better.
That's like.
Yeah,
once
I
you
would make
cure
a
us,
shotgun.
We're going to be poisoned instantaneously after.
So what? Just a gun with 2 barrels.
No,
To stop
proper
the poison
shotgun,
getting
pump
further.
action.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sweet.
Hey, good,
Yes, you would do that.
good berry. I've
You
got
can
10 berries
This
here in
one's
your
got
hand.
reload
I'm
too, so
infused
this one
with
is a
magic
double
concentration.
barrel.
And besides,
Okay.
it's not even
I'd
a
rather
ritual
pump
mask, it's a vein.
Okay.
A
That's
creature
why I
can
say
use
I'm
its
working
action
on it
to
with
eat one
him.
berry. Eating a berry
Oh, you
scores
want-
1 hit point.
okay.
And
Yeah.
berry
How
provides
much does
enough
it cost?
nourishment to sustain a creature for
The
1
double
day.
barrel,
Nice.
which is
It's
the
not
one
even
that's
an
got
actual gas mask,
1,000
it's a
gold.
hood.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
literally
You
just
probably
a
got,
big
in
you
like
probably
a-
got the metal in the
So
shop to
I've
do
got
it.
five from my cloak to make it work.
Oh, so
That's
Consider how fast he works. It probably would take maybe about 10-15 minutes. for him
Would
to
you
do
rather be
everything.
poisoned or invisible?
So we could
So-
do
Lower
that.
a fly back.
we're gonna be fighting hags, fiends.
Devils.
But yeah, guys, it isn't actually a mask, so you can still eat and such. It's
Anything
just a
else
hood.
scary and terrifying?
The
Oh, is it another cloak?
cloud of poison
No, it's a
castle
hood.
has his own mind.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why?
Which is why we're probably
Another
gonna have
cloak.
spells to help with poison, not just
3
gas
then.
masks.
Yeah, so you cast good berry, you get 10 good berries, which is 10. And how many of us will there be?
Hmm?
How many of us will there be? It'd be
About
us.
10.
Us 4 and Ty is 5.
Amen.
Well, they're going to eat stuff in the house probably, not cute.
Oh yeah, we're gonna let them fend for themselves. Sucks to be them. Have fun.
So that's 2 days.
Have you
One
seen
month's
that she can
cast
cast
is 2
it,
days.
quote unquote?
Or just
Yeah.
Question: Can I get?
I can make food in the room, she says, and it's edible, but it can't leave the room.
that's all right. We just bunker down at the end of the day in there.
Yeah, you could do long rests in there.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how well defended the cube, but maybe somebody would pick up the cube, basically.
I mean, we don't put it anywhere obvious, do we? We put it in the hovel of a tree or something.
where an imp could find it.
Or I could just stay outside
Good
the cube
idea.
whilst you guys eat, and then I go in afterwards.
No, bollocks.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just have one person on watch and then swap out.
Yeah.
There we go.
So with the shotgun, I wanted to have like reload 5.
Reload 5.
It's reload 2 because it's a double barrel at the
Yeah.
moment. But I want it to be a pump of like reload 5.
Sure, whatever.
2.
Could I get
Three.
that thing? And if so, how much would it be?
Oh, free.
I just got a shotgun.
Yeah.
Nice.
It does 2
1,005.
piercing damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
Because Derek's making it, has it got Derek's special?
It can do.
Sweet, thank you. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, okay. Got the another free movement.
Does the shotgun have a higher misfire?
Sorry?
Does the shotgun have a higher misfire?
Misfire 1. Yeah, I know.
Ring of free action.
So Amy, Harold, Derek, and Mittens and Dog are going to be in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog can annoy them for a day.
Oh, and Ron.
Okay, just trying to think, is there anything else that I could do with...
I'm a lazy teenager, so I'm gonna let everyone else do this work. I'm gonna go to my room and
Yeah, read.
read.
No, you read. I actually can. Yes, read.
Let's read the tone.
It's my investment in you. You are reading that book.
I've got 28 hours left
If you don't read that book, I will slap you silly.
and 5 days left.
Yeah, so essentially...
I say he read all night and handing you a potion. Drink this afterwards.
That's an exhaustion potion, isn't it?
Yeah.
We
How many of
will-
those do I have left? Okay, that many, yeah.
She says, yeah, so these are all preparations probably take a day for you, so you would leave the next day.
I am obviously going to make like fuck tons of ammunition as well.
In that case, do we
Ammunition?
have two...
On ammunition. Don't you have like thousands anyway?
Different type of ammo.
Oh, right.
Can we have 2 days of prep?
What for, she says?
Brewing potions.
Unless you could do it quicker than him.
I'm not a potion expert.
There you go. We
I'm
need
a
to do
spell
that.
expert. I can make spell scrolls.
I mean, if you can make some of those for us as well, that would be beautiful.
And she says, sure, I can do that.
Thank you.
I'm going to read for 16 hours straight, drinking a potion halfway through.
Nice.
You want to do it after you've got points of exhaustion. It basically removes exhaustion from you.
Yeah, but if I'm reading for 8 hours during the night, I get exhaustion, then I'll drink it halfway and then read for 8 hours.
The first level of exhaustion wouldn't affect your ability to read. You do after the second, basically is what I'm saying.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so there's another 2 potions of healing made. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that's
Right then, 2 days. Let's see what everyone would be doing in those 2 days. Derek would probably make more shit. Let's see what he
I'm
does.
just trying to see if there's anything useful that Beswing would want. Not Beswing, Warwick. One character, different campaign.
Sweet. That's the shotgun added to my list of options.
Everyone roll perception.
Uh-oh. Ha! Bitchin', natural 20.
Nice.
2.
16.
13.
15.
Garville,
Yarp.
you notice at one point Derek goes into the room downstairs on his own.
Huh. Derek!
He ignores you.
I wasn't
Keeps
even
walking
roll, I
down.
was reading my book.
Yeah. He ignores you and goes downstairs.
I follow.
Okay, are you obviously making it obvious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Derek. He likes me-ish.
He goes to the room on the furthest right, and he tries to.
Amy's room.
Yeah,
Oh.
and he tries to pick up the scroll,
Which scroll?
the one with the divine spell in it.
Charge battery.
You're a bad. No, I don't do that. Derek.
Yeah. What's going on down here? This is.
What are you doing?
Amy's not here.
Clearly.
I found this on the table.
Yes,
What's this?
and it was there all along.
Yes.
Why have you come down here?
I was looking for Amy.
Yes, clearly, of course you were. Why have you come down here on your own to take this?
I just thought it was.
Who are you getting this for?
No one. I was just.
Are you planning to use it for your own?
No.
That's a lie.
Roll inside to see how. Okay.
Who did this? 7?
He rolled a 12. That's
Oh,
not good.
you
Yeah.
If he's trying to read it, he has to,
I know
he
it's
has
a
to
lie,
know Old
but
Common to
I
read
can't
it.
prove that he's lying, sort of thing. Sorry?
You'd have to know Old Common to read
Indeed.
it.
Oh, do you understand it?
No. Why would I want this?
Oh, come
It's
on,
not-
stop bullshitting.
Oh, but you would have thought that.
You thought you believed him.
Yeah.
The dice never lie.
Yeah.
The DM.
The dice is what it says.
Actually, yeah, you have to go along with this.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that was for the last thing.
No.
That's a new thing. Am I right or wrong?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Derek? Stop bullshitting.
It's just a piece of paper. It's fine.
It's not just a piece of paper though. Can you read Old Common?
No.
Are you lying to me?
No.
If Derek laughing or just do it laughing.
It's just laughing.
Can I do another insight roll
Yeah,
like
sure. Yeah.
that? Oh, you fuck. My dice are dead to me.
Okay. What did you roll?
5.
You rolled a 15.
Of course it did. This time, again.
Yeah. No, you believe them.
Well, that's the thing. I probably know he's lying, but I can't prove that he is.
Yeah.
Thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's the. Dude, I expected better of you, sort of lying, sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it's just. I'll put it down.
Leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there. It's good, isn't it? Where's Amy? Oh, I better go find where she is.
You better.
Bye.
Bye. Now I'm down here on my own, aren't I?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, for God's sakes.
You know the room that I can't get into?
Yeah.
Can I get into it?
Make an investigation.
11.
You trail your finger around the edges. there's no sort of like gap or hinges or handle or anything.
Okay.
But it looks like there's a door frame here.
Can I sort of put my hand up against it, close my eyes, and
And
think of the door opening?
just believe.
Yeah.
No.
Believe.
There's a door.
Believe.
No, if nothing happens.
That's what you get for belief.
It doesn't make a noise.
It's a black hole. Sucks out all the sounds.
I'm gonna go back into Amy's end room.
And you're
Is-
dead. No,
Sorry?
and you're dead.
Oh.
No.
And is there any paper with a pen?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's more like a quill, but sure.
The pen, quill,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Tomato,
Take
tomato.
it and
Yeah.
write. Keep an eye on Derek.
okay.
Roll it up, put it in my pocket. Next, I see her.
Okay.
She's having that note from me.
Okay.
Did she say Mittens was her spine in front of Derek?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Well, technically they're both the same entity,
Yeah.
so it's not like
Exactly.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you get to the day and she's rallying you on.
Would
basically.
I be able to get an immovable rod?
That's very easy.
How much?
1,000.
Yes, fantastic.
How much reading would you say I've done in those 2 days?
Oh, 20. You did what? 20 part before.
The 24, yeah.
So yeah, you would have done it in time.
And I would have used the potion of exhaustion.
Yeah, to get rid of one level of exhaustion. You're fine then. You've used it basically.
Immovable rod.
Do I-
Fantastic.
I gained +2 charisma. isn't it?
Yeah. So if you were 20, you go up to 22. Now your max is 22.
I'm going to do a lot of rubbing in.
Those are
That's what
useful.
keyboards are for. Clickety clack.
Immovable rods are so useful. I love them.
And they love you.
Sorry about the rubbing, the shavings and putting in.
Hmm?
Sorry for the rubbings and
Mm.
everything.
Yeah,
I think this room is built for it.
definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
So while Amy's rallying you all up, she's got Harold there, who you haven't seen in a good couple of days. But he seems quite happy.
Been on a binger.
Yeah. Spending all the money.
And I was like, I'll just spend no money. I just have a little drink.
Little, sure.
Yeah, little drink.
Mm-hmm.
The missus doesn't mind.
I need to see you, missus.
She's standing next to him.
Oh. Oh, Amy. A word in private.
She'll say, "Come over 10 feet over here."
10 feet is very specific.
Did you get
my
note?
No, I
10 feet, and well, she'll click her fingers in silence. Opens it. She points to you, message in your head. I already know to keep an eye on him.
and I can reply with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I caught him. I followed him down to your study. He tried taking the spell scroll of miracle thing.
I know who enters and leaves the room
Ah, perfect. So you knew that I was with him.
after him, but yeah, sure.
Indeed.
And she'll just smile at that, and then she'll click her fingers in silence. It's
Why?
gone. She ends the conversation basically.
But she said something to me. I say something back.
You did though. That was in the silence you said.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
She tapped the cast message again.
Rawr.
She goes, "Okay, so we're all ready to go.
Yup.
Goody goods. In which case, that looks like a vodka
Accept that
bottle."
question.
I did say that.
I
when
wish.
I
Just for war, unfortunately.
You're fully
That's a good idea, though. I
Yeah,
think.
Queen. Keep all these quests.
Just sorry, I hope you just noticed that. And I was like,
What letter are you?
no.
Only silver.
I wish.
No, I was just double checking because I was
Don't give me
wondering
ideas.
if you were part of the fight skills.
Man's got to make a living.
Yep, I know that feeling.
So yeah, She said, well, me, Derek, Harold, Ron and Mittens are all going to go in the room now.
I'm gonna give Ron a hug.
Don't worry, we'll take extra special care of him, she said.
I'm gonna shout in Draconic, I love you, Ron!
You reply back, why did you blind me, Mum?
I'm sorry, Ron.
He's holding a grudge now.
I'm gonna get one of my berries
Is it
out my
entering
pocket
rebellious
and give him
stage?
some.
Drag
Give him
him
a shot.
You know all about that, don't you?
Still in it.
Exactly.
She'll push
You read that book, right?
she'll push the cube down into the room, like it looks like she's pressing a button into the floor, and then the cube expands, makes some stairs. They all start walking down one by one, and then once the final person's down, it just closes, and then the cube comes back out of the ground.
Pick it up, into the bag, and off we go.
Throw it against the wall.
Why?
Fucking hilarious, that's why.
Ron is crushed by Derek.
No, let's put it in my bag. Let's put it in my bag. I'm not chucking it against the wall. I'm not
She said it was indestructible, let's test that.
Dog learns a really important lesson about gravity.
Ow, ow, ow.
I am a dog. This is what pain feels like.
So she's just ditched us, and so we're meant to walk from here, are we?
Yeah, bitch, you were gonna tell.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
Oh well.
Yeah, so can I have a ah? It's
No.
like a snow globe.
I've already started walking south. I don't know about you guys. I'm walking. I'm headed off.
You forgot about that.
I presume she would have, so I just started
Well,
walking.
We've got a long way to go.
Add another week to that journey.
Funnily enough, I know where we're going at least.
Good job I bought rations, eh?
Oh no, we'll save for the sake of expediency. She did
That
teleport
would be
here.
fun though.
I suppose you could see the land forces, meet the plebs of the land.
I've got a hammer of Moradin there.
You do. That's part of Derek's thing.
Oh yeah, that.
I
So
wouldn't- I
he's
wouldn't mind
technically
this
he's in
adventure.
possession of it, but it is yours.
Wouldn't mind an adventure.
Huh?
We're going on an adventure.
We're going on a
We're going home for you.
I'm quiet. Stop before home.
Right, okay, so the first week is not going to be
Skip a jump.
it's not going to be very eventful if you're going to travel there. But eventually she'd come out of the box after the first day, and then she'd be like, "Oh, she's got that enough common sense, isn't she?"
Yeah, we're still not there.
You've only travelled 30 miles.
Did you enjoy your walk? She says.
Yeah, do you want to get us there quicker?
It was nice to be honest.
Yeah.
A bit of fresh air never hurt.
Well, I've got my hood up, so like it's always fresh air for me.
Oh, actually, roll perception. See if you saw something for the 30 miles.
No.
Not 20 plus 6, 26.
Well, you travelled south, so essentially you got back to
17.
Redgate, basically.
Yeah.
Gatewood.
Gatewood.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
Oh, we
30
haven't been
I
here
rolled.
for a while.
yeah.
Oh, it's a shame Beth, isn't it? Oh, it's that little bitch.
But yeah, I rolled 30, Stu, for my perception.
Nice.
Oh.
And there was a 26 natural with Laurel.
You,
Yeah.
you can see microscopic things.
You can see him.
Well, for me,
You can
30
see
is a
it.
natural 20 and then a natural 4 on the D4 from guidance.
You can see into the quantum realm.
Yes. You see the
I
ethereal.
can see under your hat.
No,
You see into the ethereal.
Too short for that.
You see into the ethereal plane, and you're horrified by what you see.
And you put a gun to your head and kill yourself.
No, crossbow to the head.
Oh yeah, that. Ah.
Yeah, crossbow to the bed with one of Date's specials.
Yeah, so you get to Gatewood,
A
and she's.
Bless you.
No, thank you. And she'll come out of the queue and she'll go, "Oh, yeah, teleportation. Forgot about that. Well, we may as well stay here overnight." She
I
says.
agree.
We can go back to my old place. She says. Oh wait, my old place isn't there anymore.
isn't what you're in your old place.
Oh no, this. She
Isn't
gets
your-
another cue.
isn't
the
your old place
basement
made of
of your old
cheese?
place.
What?
Isn't your place made of cheese?
At that, she'll just stare at you blankly.
Hey, it wasn't me. It was one of these.
What, you mean it's not?
Not anymore, she says.
It wasn't cheese when I arrived.
Did you arrive before the cheesening or after?
Well, I came to you from Gatewood, so afterwards.
The cheese.
I imagine. I never saw the cheesening.
The cheesening.
She looks pissed. That's the only way I can describe it.
Or the living skeleton.
She'll say, yeah,
Agree with me.
just come into the cube and we'll
Right,
change the
right.
dimensions and we'll give you some beds.
Yeah, but only if we're at your home or your house, we don't have to keep watch.
Right?
Yeah. She'll invite you into the cube, and she'll say, "Well, I'll actually teleport you tomorrow."
Good.
It's just nice to.
Have a stretch.
Yeah.
Well, we were the ones having the stretch.
Yeah.
That's why it's nice.
A little bit of exercise won't do you any harm.
Never does.
Yeah.
Glad we can agree.
She literally would just turn to you and just be like, "You're gaining weight," and just walk off.
I am not.
Teleporting you everywhere. Sure, you've gained some punchy.
So that pork and cheese, you know, you're a rich man. So you with gout.
Oh, I won't.
So yeah, nice and eventful, and she'll say, "I'll teleport you first."
Good.
And she'll tell everyone to get up to the cube. At this point, Derek and Ron are getting on very well with each other. Yeah. So
Oh, he comes to
I'm scared.
Yeah, me too.
they're speaking Draconic to
I'm
each other.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. That's really quick that he's learned language.
I'm jealous.
No, we knew it already.
Maybe he knew it before.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He never showed that he knew Draconic.
He's like, yeah, I know Draconic.
That's
But
rude.
doesn't anyone know Draconic?
No. How do you know
in-
Draconic?
In the law.
Why do you know?
I just know it.
In second-
Rude.
second
I
grade
know.
language, probably.
You never told me.
It didn't come up in conversation.
You were there when he
Yeah,
hatched.
sure. Because having a dragon and being able to actually speak Draconic, sure, that'll never come up in.
I've
In
been
a conversation.
parenting,
Yeah,
Derek.
it doesn't. I don't understand. I don't talk about dragons that much, do I?
But having a dragon.
We have Ron, Derek.
I will say, can you understand me in my newfound language?
Please don't make me put a bullet through it.
That doesn't sound very good. What's wrong with your throat?
What's wrong with this one?
It's probably old common to him.
Oh, okay.
Amy will just shrug indifferently.
I'll try Celestial. He probably knows that because he's from Celestial.
Yeah, you understand that.
You can sing to each other.
Oh.
That's what Celestial would sound like.
To him, it sounds like singing in an echo chamber. So it's just like, ah! It just echoes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Sweet.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll teleport you. Yeah.
I'll get used to that sometimes.
The landscape around you does significantly change. So it's gone from, I wouldn't say lush, but there was greenland around the place. But it has
So
some,
it was lush.
hush now. It's gotten a bit more grey. The grass looks a bit dried. It looks like it's on the verge of turning to dead, basically.
Oh, great.
The trees around, it looks like heavy autumn, so there's no leaves. And it looks like the trees are hibernating of some sort. So it just looks like a dying land, basically.
Yeah.
We're here.
We are?
Yeah.
Well, the start of it, she said.
Yeah, it's desolate.
Brilliant.
Good luck, she says. We'll go back into the cube. Derek's still talking Draconic, which I think only you would be
What are
able to
they
understand.
saying to each other?
Yeah, what are they saying?
Ron is like, so my mummy, she gives me chicken, and he goes, yeah, that chicken's good. I just-
Yes.
So he's talking about food, and then he's like, I say, do you do magic? And Derek's like, yeah, I do magic. That's magic. He's like, I want to do magic. And he's like, one day, Ron, you'll know all the magic. And you'd be like, really? Probably. And he goes, nah, not really. He probably knows some magic. It just sounds like a really roundabout conversation, basically.
Yeah,
It's him
sounds like it.
just talking shit, basically.
Doesn't
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet though.
Yeah. And he's like, one day, Ron, you'll own all of this. And he's like, really? And he's like, no.
Alright, Lion King.
Everything that the light touches.
So, what instead is eventually gonna, Uncle is eventually gonna push him off a cliff.
Right down.
Mittens is on his drone. He seems
Contemplating pushing Derek off a cliff.
well, he'd die otherwise. But no, but he seems a bit. His eyes are squinting slightly at Ron.
The cat.
Yeah.
I think Ron's getting attention on the cat.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's a cat fight coming.
There's a sitcom waiting to
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Derek and the animals.
So what he's always wanted.
He best not make a construct wormling.
He was
Already
planning
in
it,
the
but he told him not to.
Doesn't
It told him
stop
not
him.
to.
Yeah.
Doesn't
He
stop
find a
him.
way around it.
I think we tell him to stop making
Things.
sentient things.
Yeah, but he will
But he
find a
didn't.
way around it. It's Derek. That's what Derek does.
Exactly.
You'd probably try and make things while he's in the cube. I'm thinking Amy would stop him because she can control the dimensions of the room.
Exactly.
So maybe if he gets too out of hand for you, he'll just lock him in a cube somewhere. but then again, that probably won't stop him.
Here's a thing. So can you shrink a cube in a cube?
She can hold cubes in the cube, yes.
Okay. Can the cubes within the cube get shrunk?
Or could you open a room in a room is what you're asking.
Oh, when it's sent to Inception. Dream into a dream, inside a dream.
Dream.
No, can't really do it. I don't
No.
think.
It's
It's the same similar thing to bag of holding, I suppose. It's just not as explosive.
Oh, boo. You all get shat out somewhere in the multiverse. Congratulations.
And that's how rifts are formed.
Yeah.
Be warned, you've probably never seen anything like this before.
Like this
All of it.
Feywild.
No, the Poison Bridge.
Oh, that. Okay, sure.
Did you know
Does it
that it's
smell
toxic?
bad? I haven't got mine on yet.
She says, when I went down there when I was younger, I do remember a distinct smell of
Yeah.
sulphur. Very strong
Sulphur?
Yes.
Like these.
Worse, she says.
Okay, I can deal with that.
And corpses. Lots
I
of dead
can't do
smells.
That I'm not necessarily
And think swampy, muddy smells, like bayous and...
sure.
Oh, I'm used to that smell.
Yeah. I'm
What, you're used to corpses?
No,
not the
swamps.
corpse thing you.
Oh, you are right, you are a murderer, she says.
No! I'm not! I'm not! Murderers are gonna kill my friends!
The dead 10 people say otherwise. Oh wait, they can't.
I have pebbles in my pocket, don't make me use them!
Never seen you so aggressive, Kira.
My feelings!
Have some of the weed you made.
Marijuana.
Now, what do you want?
You better not be mean, that's all I know.
So what do we expect in that?
What, on the Poison Bridge?
Yeah.
I've already explained
I
it.
know, but like now.
Anyway, let's get.
Horror, terror, all the bad things.
Great, just get into your cube and fuck off then.
Okay,
Ever
bye.
had a nightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Alright.
you're looking at.
Okay.
I'm really happy.
You
So
probably,
him waking up with his trousers off then.
you probably hear them when you get closer.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep the mask off for as long as
Have you ever
my
seen?
constitution will let me.
You do look... I'll just read what I wrote.
Hang on, why the fuck don't we just all go in the cube and he flies over like he did last
I
time?
don't have fly
Bellend, how did you fly last time?
because I leveled up while I was doing it, so I had fly beforehand. And I replaced fly with a spell.
Well, this one's
And let's be
fucking
honest, he had an
useless.
invisible cape as well. Which
Well, this one's fucking useless now. We're not gonna need fly ever again. Fucking
I
fly!
only know 8 spells.
No.
I'm
In
gonna
his
flutter
defense,
my
though,
wings.
flight isn't that good a
Oh,
spell.
can you turn into a flying
I
beastie?
get like fairy wings.
Fairy wings?
Fairy wings.
Fairy wings.
Fairy wings.
She's got fairy wings. She said it's like 5
Fly,
She can-
5 or
You
haste.
can fly
Yeah,
now, but you
exactly.
need to run a
Like, in
start, I
his
think, is
defense-
all.
Oh,
So
yeah.
why the fuck do we just fly over it if the fairy wings
What?
here?
Well, I can't carry you guys. I'm tiny.
How's she going to carry Derek?
True.
Derek takes inside the cube.
Yeah, we're all in
No,
cubes.
that's thinking of cubes.
Are they weightless?
So-
Is the cube weightless?
almost weightless, she
Almost.
says.
How high can you fly?
It's about 30. Oh wait,
Oh,
Did you
by the
say
way,
the actual
also,
height of it?
We never said the
I
height.
don't
So
know.
you'd have to somehow get up 60, 70 feet in the air and then...
I don't know if me
Oh,
Amy
so-
mentioned it or not, but surprisingly, a lot of devils and fiends can fly.
Is there a
No,
spell?
they can.
Yeah.
Is there a spell that will make me lighter? Because if that's a thing, then I might be able to.
Nothing
fly.
I can cast.
Because maybe if I'm even lighter, I can go pew.
Viola says, I could teleport you like 500 feet in the air, but then out how to get out to the cube.
That's your problem. What?
Oh.
How about if we just do the original plan?
Yeah, I agree. Let's just go.
Okay, so I'll read what I write real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wrote this down. Kylan flew, and Ty is somewhat of an odd case, so that's how they got across. That's what I've written.
Oh, yeah. Ty's coming back to it as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I have bad feelings about it.
Yeah.
Party must journey south. Slowly the land will change from green to brown to grey and blacks. Town south are very uncommon, but you didn't walk. And those that are seem either to be lawless or extremely poor.
Oh, I never had a wheel of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your fault. You wanted to teleport.
The trip to the poison bridge would take up to 2 weeks, but you skipped all that. Where are we? When the party gets to the poison bridge, it is a black swampland with toxic fumes. The bridge is hard to walk over and will take up to 4 days to travel.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard for you guys to move over.
Okay.
That just reminds me.
Ring of reaction.
I don't care. I'll sit on your shoulder.
Reminds me of Lord of the Rings.
You can drive.
Or,
Okay, so
I'll remember.
like
No,
I
you
said,
gotta do enough
the land around
athletics
you
checks,
right now
checks,
is
get a
seems
set,
relatively
and then
normal.
I'll stand
Strength
in-
checks to stay on.
It looks like a
Sit
dying
in
land.
the
It looks like a
No,
dying
you're
land,
not
but it's
getting
very
mine, like, there's
normal.
no room for you.
So you're not on your element.
Nope. Can I still use Druidcraft to see how the weather is for 24 hours and understand
Yes,
this
you
weather?
can use that
Because
wherever you like. It's gonna be shit.
guys, this place is horrible.
Yeah,
Guys,
That's what we knew.
my
going in.
readings are bad juju.
I wasn't lying.
Bad juju.
This isn't a field of gumdrops and gummy bears, guys. This is just real shit.
This is a real absolute shite.
I miss
I can
Ron.
tell you 100% we will not go to the other side without a fair few encounters with the indigenous folk. They were everywhere when I flew over.
So after an hour or two, the dying land goes into this flat, toxic land. It looks very toxic, but it is bearable to still walk on. There's still some living life around, like reeds and weeds and lily pads at the start of the bayou, sort of like.
Can you still breathe the air at this moment?
Toads.
Yes, it's still bearable.
Yes. What's your point?
You want toads, didn't you? No.
I mean, not right now.
I think I saw some devilish toads.
Devilish toads.
Yeah, they're like 8 foot tall.
Holy shit.
Sure.
Wow.
8 foot tall, man.
8 foot tall. I could ride those things into battle.
They don't sound very friendly with the word devil.
So now, how has the party agreed on how long they're going to be traveling? A day.
Usual 8 hours.
Okay, so
Is it rough terrain or is it normal terrain?
I haven't written that down, but I would assume it's going to be treated as rough.
So we do like half a day.
Oh yeah. 8 hours.
But what would make up an 8 hours normally would be 4 hours.
It's not very scenic and it's very swamp like basically. So.
Yay. What do they eat when they haven't got orbit?
Oh no.
Extended edition. No worries. Never mind.
Find the halflings.
So for the first 2 hours you're fine.
Do you need some perception checks?
Yeah, in the next 2 hours I do need perception checks. I either want one person to roll perception, or what 2 people to give advantage to one person is basically what I want. I don't want everyone.
I have.
Oh no, actually, everyone roll perception. Sure. More,
Oh.
more chance of you fucking out.
I'm too busy not drowning.
Okay.
12.
18.
Jesus.
Oh, that's 7.
I'm too busy not drowning.
Fair.
I rolled a 6.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But that marshals, that's
Yeah.
that's no.
We found the realm.
Don't follow the lights.
18, like I said.
The first half hour is uneventful. You 2 are kind of leading the way. You do notice
River.
above the swamp there is like gaseous fumes, and it's got odd movement to it. Like normally gas would just sit on top of the swamp, but it seems to
It's
wisp.
a hood. It's not an actual mask. It's a hood.
It sort of wisps from time to time up and down.
Yeah, I put
Then
mine
there's no
at that
wind,
point as
yeah.
well.
Put my cloak in my bag.
So you 2 are relatively fine. You notice the odd movement, and you're sort of like, okay, you're wary basically. Because you're wary, you can avoid most of it.
Where is sort of an understatement.
I've had to take off my cloak because of the hood.
You can
Oh.
tell that I am out of my element here as well. I'm a city boy.
This is not even. This is something else.
I'm sort of fine with
It's
this. I've been
wrong.
travelling for most of my life.
You
Place is
2,
wrong.
you 2 on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
roll Constitution,
Oh, righty.
but at advantage because you're wearing the masks.
It's meant to be clear there all the time, but sure. Is this
21.
18.
Oh, you're both fine.
Love rolling a 12.
Everyone roll initiative.
What?
No,
The gas
12, that was
attack.
20, not 21. Sorry, I was charisma, not my
Oh, initiative.
Oh, nat 20 put me on a 27. Bitchin'.
I need
Nice.
the pencil.
21.
My bags.
8.
Oh.
Don't forget, none of us can be surprised because of my.
Oh,
Crossbow.
God damn it.
Nice.
Oh no, I've written it down, therefore it must be true. The DM. Law. Screw you.
What?
No, it's DM stuff. I got that.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's quick.
Is it quicker than it was 27 though?
21.
That's
A massive 8.
You can do a lot with it.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
27.
No.
I don't think it's the same 8 that you're thinking of, mate.
Oh.
No, it's not.
13.
I'm confused then.
8.
Okay.
8.
Got it. Thank you
I
very
just
much.
measurement.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to our dirty minds.
So, as you're like struggling and probably you're both struggling basically trying to plod along, you realise, oh shit, I shouldn't have really gotten rid of Fly. The gaseous fumes sort of like edge towards you, and it does look like it's like making a claw movement. You're top of the round.
Is it attacking?
It looks like
What's
it has
our
a mind of its
formation?
own.
Cool. I'll get shotgun out
Walking 4
I'll
side by
hold my
side,
action.
I guess.
until it hits someone.
Okay.
How
Do you
would
want to
we,
be at front or back?
how would we walk? Like, would we walk
I don't.
in a line together, or
I presume we're walking in a line, yeah.
like a line horizontal
I don't
or
know.
vertical?
I'm gonna say here, but I don't know what everyone else wants to do.
Abreast or behind?
I would have been at front.
Oh no, Garfield's here, so it'd be round about here.
Oh, it's coming from you.
Well, you were the one that rolled the worst. So.
Okay. Yeah,
than you.
I'm literally
Yeah.
holding shotgun ready for an attack.
Warwick.
Can I see the thing?
It just looks like a poisonous cloud, but like it looks like it's trying to form some sort of shape, like
I have
like a
Trump
claw.
monster.
Like a claw. Can I strike at the claw with trauma sword?
Look at me.
Give it a go.
Look at me, not around me, into me.
That's a crit.
Nice.
Good start.
Yeah.
Does that hit? with a crit.
Yeah.
It auto hits, right?
No, I have to ask to make sure.
Yeah, it's true.
It's gaseous.
Yeah.
Like doing this. Natural 20 air.
Yeah.
Oh.
14 damage from Tron Sword.
Slashing, yeah? I'm assuming.
Magical.
Oh, magical.
Yeah, because can say.
No. I hate you.
Don't hate me, hate the class. Second attack with Tron Sword.
I'm having
Did you see that?
Another crit.
Nice.
And
That's
again
the same.
14. Yeah, 14 damage again.
Just roll one more time, see if it's the exact same.
No. Bonus action. Well, I guess I've moved up to it because I'm attacking it.
Did the sword look like it made purchase?
It looked like it hit something, so it's weird because it went through, but no, it would have hit, so it would have just
Would have been
Oh,
like
thanks.
friction.
there was something there basically.
So it's solid, not solid.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
It's liquid.
Let's do fluid blow. Flurry of blows. Why not?
Pew, 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 pew.
That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yeah, but this is a 4-day journey.
Yeah, key points to your professional short.
Sure, yeah. I don't know if we'd be able to find a way. It'd be hard to rest here. Yeah.
Yeah.
14 magical.
This is going good over there.
Monks are silly because at level 6 all their weapons become magical.
It's magic.
You know.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Yes.
16 magical. And that would be turn.
Yeah. It is its go.
Oh, I was hoping you said it's dead then. I'm like, oh yay.
No,
I don't think it's even
Yay, it's
bloodied.
dead.
Quote unquote bloodied.
How can a piece of fog be bloody?
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's why he went bloodied.
I missed something.
Uh-oh.
It's good to know for next time.
What did you miss?
For Frell's sake.
It's technically invisible.
I was at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if the claw's
Fine,
forming
I
and I
have
can see the
saving
claw,
throws.
that's where I'm striking.
Yeah, so you would have hit it, but it would have been a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a condition.
For this one is irrelevant. I just reading the text explains the text.
Oh,
So for
it be
this
like
round,
that.
it's visible.
Yeah.
Nice.
It will attack Warwick.
Go for it.
As it goes to attack Warwick,
Yeah.
I've got a 30-foot scatter on it,
I
but
don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
on my gun,
Yes.
it's got a 30-foot scatter.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's spread
for
with
code.
code.
It's,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
cone.
so what do I need to do?
Nothing. I'm gonna aim it so that it doesn't hit you.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
If it's a deck save, I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I know that. I don't think you can actually save against it. No.
Pew, pew, pew.
If an affected creatures. How far away from me are they? Not adjacent.
They're not.
No, not quite. Never mind. That's fine. It would have taken double if they were.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Well, yeah, sure.
So I'm hitting it like normal then, yes?
Okay, sure.
So first shot. 15.
Just hits.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
It's a cloud.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
also.
Will-O-Wisps, 19 AC. And they just align.
We've already fought those.
They're really horrible early levels, aren't they?
We fought them at 6, yeah, they weren't fun.
Yeah.
No, we fought them at 5.
Does it matter about
You saw
different
5 or
energy
6?
types?
It only matters about piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Okay, so
Oh, and necrotic and poison.
I can't do either of those.
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Derek. Getting necrotic and 8, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, I'm not firing like fireballs at this thing, I don't want those getting lost.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31 damage.
Now, piercing.
Yeah. Can I make my extra attack now?
Yeah.
Yep. 10 plus 10 is 20.
Yeah, carry on.
Oh Jesus. 2, 8, 16, 15, 16, 21, 28.
28 half. Yeah, it's dead.
Oh yes.
Oh wow, nice.
As the claws goes to try to hit you, it backfires and just dissipates.
Okay.
Nice. Instead of a pump action like that, go for a pump action like that.
You got to go soon, haven't you?
About 20 minutes.
Alright, okay. Carry on then.
So we fought a cloud and killed a cloud.
Did anyone have higher than a 17
For what?
for the perception?
Yes. No,
Okay.
hang on. What was my perception?
I had 7 on it.
No, I had a 16.
You had a 6, didn't you? That's why we got caught out.
Yeah.
You had 6 out of
I
7.
had 20 something, I think. Yeah, I had 20 something. I can't remember what it was.
Well, I'll leave that.
Yeah.
Why?
Carry on.
Do you want me to do a new perception check just in case?
No. So that is the for 4 hours. We'll do the next 6 hours and the next 2. Roll perception again.
No.
Oh no, I'm literally falling over.
24.
Okay.
A natural 1.
Oh,
Wow.
you blind.
Plus 2.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
Well.
15.
As you shot the gas, some of the gas got in your eyes, and now you.
Oh, there's gas in my eyes. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, pink eye.
Thanks. Oh, Jesus.
There's gas in my eyes. Oh, sorry, that was me.
Well, 10.
You were the worst, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Again. Considerably worse than last time too.
How am I going to do this? Because technically you can't be surprised, but it's a gas, so it's just going to go up like that. Technically, it can have a surprise round for doing it thematically. Because on a nat 1, it will get a surprise hit.
Well, if you can't see it, it's a surprise,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
It's just that you can't.
Well, if you can't hear it either, it's not can't be
The weapon of warding says that.
They just you magically know, basically.
Yeah, we magically
Fuck,
know
there's
that
a
thing is
thing.
coming
Yeah.
in, basically. So it can't gain advantage on its attack for surprise round.
But
So
it-
basically, we don't lose our boundary in the surprise round. It's basically what it's saying. It can still gain advantage because it's invisible to us. It can't gain advantage because we're surprised, though.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we still get our action. It can still have advantage on attacks because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
invisible and such, but it can't have advantage on its attacks because we're surprised, quote unquote.
Fuck this thing.
But it's still invisible, so it can still have advantage on its attacks. Maybe give it advantage on initiative as well if you want to help it out.
I suppose.
Are we using the same initiatives we had?
No, roll again.
Bastard.
Oh, that works good for me. Not 20.
Nice.
Plus 1, so 21.
17.
Oh yeah! 10.
Hey, snap!
So-
Six
Dex.
what?
Plus
5?
5.
Yeah, plus 5.
What happens then? We're both at 20 and we're both at plus 5 dex. Now where do we go?
No, we both rolled 10, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both at 10.
Yeah.
Both got a plus 5 in dex, so we're both as quick as each other.
It's the one with the quickest movement speed then.
I'm at 30.
I'm at 45.
Oh,
Oh well.
that's not.
So wait, who? Dan?
10.
10. Total.
Yeah, we both rolled 10.
17.
Nice. It's better than
And then
me.
you're 10 as well.
Yeah.
And Kira?
I got a not 20 plus 1, so 21.
Nice. Kira's going first.
No, it's not.
I mean, the gas monster
the
might,
gas.
but
The gas.
that's not the point. That was brilliant.
I'm
I've never fought.
What's better you want, by the way, Killer?
I've never fought.
What's
I'm
better
assuming
you
you're going the same way, so you're still
Yeah.
going. It's going to appear in the same spaces. And
Oh no.
Um,
Not there.
Choke you out, man. Choke you out.
Oh,
Why not there? Get your cones and angle
this
it.
moonbeam.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Ouch!
25 to hit?
To me,
Yeah.
even pop and shield one at me, yeah? Oh, I've got all my spells back just in case I use
Why are monks so tanky? This doesn't make sense.
You take 14 bludgeoning
Oh,
and
That's a lot of dice.
16,
At least 4 dice.
So 14 bludgeoning, yeah?
Hang on. Yeah.
And 18 necrotic.
I guess if Moonbeam hurts you, then I can also heal you.
If I'm hurting you, I will just heal you afterwards. Hey, yeah, there we go.
And
You
then...
cast it like
Down to
so it's at
30.
the very edge.
True.
And now roll
True.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh god. 11.
You now have rot.
Disease.
Shit.
Oh,
Where did diseases go?
Conditions, I guess. Or I don't know.
Features and traits, I always put it on.
I can just tell you what it is. It's technically a curse.
Oh god.
The cursed target can't regain hit points, and its hit points maximum decreases by 10 for every 24 hours it elapses. If the curse reduces the target's hit points to a maximum of 0, the target dies and its body turns to dust.
oh my god.
The curse lasts until it's removed by something like remove curse, spell, or comparable magic, so cure diseases and stuff like that can do it as well.
Amy's going to have to do it.
Yeah.
I can cure diseases, but not curses. So.
Does
No, that it counts.
Does the 10
Okay,
hit
yeah,
points
disease
come off
counts.
immediately as well?
What?
Do the 10 hit points come off immediately
Yes.
as well?
That's
No,
what I
it's
said.
it decreases by 10 for every 24 hours, so
Ah.
when it's hit it's fine, but if it's not removed in 24 hours, you will lose 10 maximum.
Oh.
And if you get down to 0 during this fight, you're going to
Does he?
disintegrate.
I don't know if he's actually diseased.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
just
don't.
need to
Yeah,
identify
Yeah,
it.
Thanos.
So I can't heal either now.
You can't heal either.
So I can't throw potion here.
But thank God you got a druid with remove poison, right?
Well,
Yeah.
And a cleric with it.
Yeah. And Amy.
Look, Amy's in a box.
well, that actually.
Get out!
But we don't know about it unless we can detect it.
Oh yeah, you don't. He knows that he's being cursed or
Ow.
poisoned, but he doesn't know what it is.
So I've got rot.
Yeah, rot.
Because we would need to first of all identify it, which is why
Right.
I also run detect poison and disease.
Yeah, I've got detect as well.
Oh, you also notice that all plant life around it dies. That's good to know.
There isn't any.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's already dead.
It's on a bayou technically, so all of, like the living parts are dead.
Cool, yeah. Ow.
Okay, that is its turn.
Shall I get my backup ready?
One.
I'm technically.
Kira.
I'm gonna use Moonbeam.
You don't know you can congregate hit points
Basically,
as well.
I can't be bothered to try and do that over thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna cast it level 3.
Yeah, you
I believe
start
that's a
drinking
con
holes.
save for it.
Yeah.
I'm at 30.
Does it count as a shape changer?
It hit me for half.
It is
62.
undead apparently.
So no.
No way.
But it does radiant, doesn't it?
It's undead. Oh,
There's no such thing as double damage of radiant to undead anymore.
No.
They removed
right.
it. They removed
That's silly.
unless it says it's got weakness specifically on its page.
Oh,
It
that's
no longer
silly.
has it.
It doesn't, it's just got
I
resistance.
think some themes are still weak to radiance.
Yeah, there's still weaknesses and
It
vulnerabilities. It just has to say from the
rolled
page.
a 9. 9
That's
total.
what fails.
Yeah.
Was it automatically then? Like,
Huh?
if it's undead, you double radiant
Right.
damage.
It used to be 3.5, yeah.
And then
12
you have to
damage.
describe the monsters.
I rolled a 1.
Now, yeah.
Oh.
Because also back in
Oh, well.
3.5.
As a bonus action, I want to use Magic Stone.
Just
Yeah.
flat without being page.
Skeletons.
Touch one of your powers, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Like,
let me see
You
if
turn
I
your
can-
magic stone into a
Yeah.
throwy pebble.
But they resisted
does-
slashing and piercing.
20, dirty 20 hit.
And immunity to
at disadvantage,
necrotic,
because it's
and that
invisible.
healing to
Okay,
necrotic.
fine.
So if they had a
16
warlock, they
hit.
were screwed. So all they could
Cool.
have was
So,
necrotic damage.
blah, blah, blah. So 7 damage. And that's Kira signing out.
Good hit.
Kaelin.
Good hit.
Right, okay. Do I notice a drastic change in Gargoyle's demeanour after he was hit?
He looks rotten.
Do I feel like this is? Do I feel this is serious? That's what I'm saying. Like,
He looks very green and grey.
I'm bloodied.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm bloodied. I'll tell you that. Maybe I don't look that bad yet. Maybe.
I'll.
I don't know,
Well-
you're cursed / poisoned
my
and you're
cat's
half
just
health.
thinking.
And you can't see my skin anyway because you're tall.
Oh yeah.
my
Hands.
garb. Yeah.
You see his hands.
Well, we
surely.
know you're bloodied because
Right.
the whole point of the bloodied thing is that your whole posture changes because you're so.
Oh yeah, my
so-
posture is
like-
absolutely.
So we know he's bloody.
What I'm
so
saying is
yeah.
my character
Sorry.
like knows he's got limited power, so he would
Mhm.
only turn serious if he sees something bad happening.
Yeah. You know I'm bloodied.
Um,
My hands are wrapped, so you
I
can't
am
necessarily
going to
see
cast
skin colours and stuff.
a scorching ray at
Oh
third
god,
level.
that's gonna hurt.
Okay, is that a hit to hit? Is it?
Yes.
So you do a disadvantage.
3.
Well, I've got plus 10 since my charisma went up. That's 4 beams because it's
Yeah, 2 so you.
third level.
Yeah.
Make one sword still.
Oh, it's a natural 1, so
Ugh.
that one misses.
Are there 2 of them now?
No, it's just the one.
Oh, there's just a top next to it. That's right.
Okay, so
Oh, that's Moonbeam.
Oh, okay.
that's a 21.
Yeah, hits. 15 to beat basically, so 15 and above.
Oh, that's 16. No, it's, the disadvantage is 14 if that misses.
So one more.
That's 24.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 2 hits.
46.
That's alright.
Pew 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 pew. Scorching rays flying off at the thing.
9, 12, 13 fire damage.
You.
Powering your.
And an explosion happens because of fire damage.
Yeah,
Oh god, yeah.
I hope so.
What?
Powering your.
Slash at it with the Tron sword.
Okay.
I'm probably no. My character might move behind people because that's his
Like
nature.
you said, slash at it with the Tron sword.
But I'm definitely staying close to people. 'Cause I don't want to go separate
22
myself
to hit.
Cuddle puddle!
in the poison.
A disadvantage.
Yes, that was with disadvantage.
Oh.
I have plus 11.
It really is a cuddle puddle with the swappiness as well.
Yeah.
16 magic. Second attack with the Tron
That's the
sword.
magic is annoying me. I need to switch. I need. There's the DM.
Oh, don't get the DM annoyed.
Yeah, I need to
Well-
switch your magic off.
We're level 7, aren't we? So I suspect.
He's
I
gonna find a
suppose,
monster that's
Yeah.
just gonna be...
Second one misses.
I thought this was awful, but like it hasn't really done much.
Key
Oh,
point
no.
for unarmed attacks.
He's like
Flurry of
one
blows.
shot.
Hasn't done much.
Yeah.
From Thanos.
It hit me down to fucking half damage.
15 hits for
Ow.
it.
Yeah.
I don't want to face a beholder.
Sorry?
You can't do damage.
I know, exactly. I can't be healed.
As much as I love beholders,
They're
please
horrible.
no. Yeah, but I love the idea.
16
of them, but
damage.
At the same time,
Oh, you're casting. Oh,
that
you're
one
casting
doesn't
Room
hit.
of No Spells. Cool. What if I cast that before you do?
And
You
can I
start
have it make a
floating.
con save as well, please?
How they float magic? Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you floating? Oh, now you're not. Stab.
It.
How do you make it
11.
flow?
11, it is stunned
Boom.
until the end of my next
Room,
turn.
I'm just
no magic
reading
aura thing.
its condition.
Because it's
immunities.
essentially flying. It's casting fly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it can be stunned.
So, stunned it until the end of my next turn, guys.
Sweet.
Okay. Garfield.
Me. I wouldn't. I'd hit the fucker.
very good. We're overexcited at the hitting.
Oh fuck! Did that go out?
That was a...
12.
Doesn't count, it's on the floor.
I thought it went that
Yeah, no,
way.
you ricochet off the
Fair
side.
play. Nice. That's a
Nice!
22.
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay, fine.
Wow.
Witnessed it.
Wow.
Stu,
Wow.
because it's stunned, we would normally have advantage against it, right?
No paralyzes advantage.
Ah, okay.
Stunned is. Oh,
So-
no, stunned is. No, then it's.
I hit
fine.
it.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 puts me to 22.
Is any of that piercing?
It's all piercing.
22.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Is it piercing? Let me just double
Well, the
check
light
the
fire,
shotgun
not
really
piercing.
quick.
Yeah, attack rolls against have advantage,
Oh,
so it cancels out
sorry.
invisibility, so
7,
we're
8,
attacking
9,
just
10,
in
11,
the
12,
diagonal.
13, 14. 17 of it was piercing. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's carry on.
Am I at
Yes.
disadvantage?
No,
still?
because
No,
the
it's just
advantage
pierce.
cancels out.
Cancels, so it's just straight up roll.
23.
Okay.
I thought it was about 12.
Pew, pew.
Sorry.
That's right.
For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7 is 14 piercing.
Yeah, it's dead.
3, 4,
Ooh,
7,
it
and then
ended.
another 7
Yeah, it's dead.
Aw.
amongst the elements. That's the second gaseous form I've killed.
And who rolled higher than a 17 on the perception?
Not me.
I did. I got a 20.
Okay, this
something
time
percent.
I will say what's
I
your.
rolled 15, I think.
There's more.
While you're fighting and you're attacking stuff, and as the stuff's died down, you can overhear 2 voices.
Okay.
Oh man.
They seem to be screaming at each other. Let's see what language they're speaking. Does anyone know giant?
Nope.
Nope.
Don't think so.
I want to know giants, but no.
Okay. They can speak common as well, but I suppose they're in natural habitat, so they would be speaking giant to each other.
Why wouldn't they? Yeah.
You see 2 sort of large hulking figures. Let me describe them.
Oh my god, alive.
This large hulking creature has arms too long for its body. Its hands are webbed and equipped with wicked claws. Its skin is covered in dull green scales and embedded with stones. And limp hair like straggly seaweed bangs across its long-nosed face.
Oh, damn.
This was in
Friendly.
Everyone roll nature to see if you can discern what it is.
I'm the only one who's seeing this, right?
Yeah, but you can point it out to the rest of the group.
Sure, I'll point it out to the rest of the group.
They are large, so they're
Dirty
kind of
20.
hard to miss.
Ooh.
22.
10.
Okay.
Ah, it's for there! I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's for there!
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Oh, that's
there's a thing.
Ah!
I'll say you would know. You haven't seen them before, but you know something similar. They're similar to trolls, but since you've come through here, you would know exactly what they are. They are lake trolls.
Trolls.
Oh, those are lake trolls.
Troll!
That's
There's a
scary.
troll in the bog!
They seem to be screaming at each other, trying to grab something out of each other's arms. So they're like this with each other,
They're grappling each other essentially.
with an item in their hands.
Okay.
I'll be fine for
On
free.
that perception, you would see they are arguing over what seems to be a small pearl of some sort.
A small pearl.
Yeah,
How big is small?
well, for
To
small,
them
it's small, but to us it's a handful.
Handful.
Yeah,
So it's a pearl above
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Oh god.
They're
More
fighting
like-
over a pearl,
Like
guys.
a crystal ball then.
I want
Sort of
that
thing.
pearl.
yeah.
If they're distracted, we just keep walking.
Are you okay, by the way?
Maybe, I don't know, I could do it. I feel a bit shit. Oh, you
can
don't know.
someone try healing him? If he's a bit.
Yeah, I could do.
Oh dear.
It hit
I think I may
me.
have made these encounters too difficult, but oh well.
No, you haven't. This gives us something to think about.
Yeah, okay. I did warn you.
Yeah, exactly. The training wheels are coming off now,
Okay,
guys.
yeah.
Oh god.
Thank God I'm going in a minute.
I'm hoping for close
It all
fights.
gets hard, and now Kira's suddenly
Did you say
gone.
close farts?
Close fights.
Oh.
We could fight the trolls, or we could keep going on through this place.
But
Yes,
there's-
that's what I'm saying.
but
They may
there's a
they may
pearl.
notice us.
Oh god, that.
We could try it first, and
Oh.
if they do notice us, then we can attack.
What's the matter?
It hurts.
What hurts?
My body.
Everything.
Yeah. I've seen you heal before, haven't you?
Yeah, we can heal.
Try healing.
Here's a pot.
What?
Healing pot.
Healing pot.
Oh, you got a healing potion.
Yeah,
Which
44 plus
you're
4.
giving me a fucking
Yeah, but
drink.
is the
Doesn't
disease
work.
still on? It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
it is, I know.
Yeah. No.
I drink it, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Do we know if anything happens?
His demeanour doesn't change.
I don't change in
Yeah.
my
Normally,
Well, we can't see him. That's what I'm asking. Do we know?
Well, I'm sort of slightly crouched, I guess, to one
What's the weather?
side.
Duck is my pencil.
Kira could use detect poison in knowing that we have been around gas, and beforehand knowing that this will be a possibility.
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I could cast that.
He's got rocked.
I would have if.
Okay, guys, he's rotting.
Well, we knew that already.
Yeah.
Do you,
Well, I know what in character.
do you want to cure him? Do you know how to cure him? Because I do.
What's the spell gonna be for that one?
It'd be cure poisons or disease or cure
Yeah.
curse or
Yeah.
anything similar.
Yeah.
Like Leicester
Yeah, we can
restoration.
do that.
Stuff like that. No, no.
Do you want to do the honours, or should I do the honours?
That's restoration. I would say technically is because it's a level 2 spell, and cure poisons and disease is level 1. So I would say level 1 spells and above would be able to do it. I'm not that fucking cruel. Because you could technically get up to 4 of these encounters a day, plus story encounters.
There's protection from poison.
It lasts an hour
Oh,
though.
hang on, yeah,
You'll be
she do
burning.
over herself.
You'll be burning through your spell slots like while we're
Yeah.
travelling.
Yeah, that's.
That's
too
less an hour
good.
though. Pretty good.
We're doing 8 hours a day.
Have you got any of Derek's specials weapons?
Yes, let's
With the
just
extra spell
just
slots?
stab in and see
Has
what
your life
happens.
5 pebbles? And your pebbles, the Derek pebbles, or there's different pebbles?
They're just ones I've been collecting from the ground.
No, didn't we agree that you could put deck special on them?
Yeah, I believe we did that. I believe I have like 10.
You got like a bag full of deck special pebbles.
Yeah, I think I've got like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
But that's the Fire Thunder one. It doesn't have the Ranged one, I believe, because it was way back when. You just never used. You just
I've been
pre-radiant.
saving them. Yeah, 10 1d4 elemental radiant pebbles.
Yeah.
That's what I've got.
So should we get somewhere safe and talk to Amy about it, or do you think you guys can handle it?
That's what I'm actually trying to figure out. Can I actually do it? Of course, there's
Well, we're getting to the point where we need to stop anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to run.
Yeah. Okay.
Happy days.
So we'll just leave it there.
You were there. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we know he's diseased.
We know he's diseased, and that's why we ended there. Just remember he's diseased, otherwise you're fucked.
I've got it written down in
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
head.
say- write it down in big,
I
big
cannot
letters.
die.
It's written down in my health. And I'll put my current net loads in there as well.
I've got a pretty good memory. Like it's a curse sometimes.
That hurt.
Can imagine. That my memory is terrible. Oh dear.
62 is my max health. 30 is put me down.
If we face those trolls while you're doing that, you could just at that right.
Bonk.
Like my character doesn't know this,